everything you love about below deck and turning it on its side. Just because they know the ropes doesn't mean it'll be smooth sailing. Ruined is the backup. Below deck sailing yachts, all new tonight at 9, only on Bravo. You can catch up anytime on Bravo On Demand.
The new DQ Chicken and Biscuits basket. 100% white meat chicken strips, plus 100% delicious mini biscuits and fries. Look for drive-thru and takeout options at your DQ. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Need a nice reward today? Treat yourself to a heat. Because nothing says special like rich English toffee. Heat. It's English toffee.
Off you go. This isn't just any cereal. It's 10 grams of protein packed in crunchy whole grain clusters rolled in creamy peanut butter. 10 grams of protein, so you can do more of what you love. With Kashi Go.
By the end of my world tour, I'll turn you all into rock zombies.
If we're gonna save the world, we need to unite all the trolls. Like country. The country trolls look friendly. Hip hop.
Tiny and Daddy Air.
And techno.
Get ready for the drop, premieres in Europe on Friday. Go to watchtrolls.com for more.
Drew and I are honored to join these celebrities to give the gift of home to the special people who have touched their lives.
This will change their whole world.
Set your DVR for an all-new series, Celebrity IOU, on HGTV.
My mom is sad a lot. Dad says she has bipolar depression. I know she tries, but she can't always do things with me. I just wish she could feel better.
My bipolar depression made me miss so much. So I talked to my doctor. She prescribed Latuda. Latuda is the #1 prescribed brand for bipolar depression, a different type of depression. Latuda was proven to significantly reduce bipolar depression symptom severity, with no significant impact on weight for most people.
Latuda is not for everyone. Call your doctor about unusual mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts.
WWE Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania 36 live reactions play live right now here on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in and watching. I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports Cool Hand Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. As always, links are in the description below. The thumbs up button, share on social media as well. Hashtag Raw After Mania. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated as well. It must be Monday because it's about time for WWE Monday Night Raw as we see some flashbacks to the showcase of the Immortals from this past weekend in WrestleMania 36. Must be Monday. We'll have a 10-bell salute for AJ Styles as well, as he was buried alive in the main event of night 1 of WrestleMania 36 on Saturday night in the Boneyard match against the Phenom, the Dead Man, the returning Big Evil American Badass Undertaker. So WWE Monday Night Raw coming up next on the USA Network. These are, in fact, my live reactions play. So once again, thank you for tuning in and watching. A thumbs up button, share, chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. So what does the WWE have in store for us this evening? I would think Drew McIntyre will in fact kick off the show after he, the chosen one, the Scottish psychopath, had his broken dreams come true in the main event of night 2 of WrestleMania 36 last night against the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, capturing his first ever WWE Championship. So the chosen one, Drew McIntyre, is in fact your new WWE Champion. Challengers for him could very well include Aleister Black, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, maybe even AJ Styles as well, along with Edge and Randy Orton. Only time's going to tell. WWE will have Money in the Bank about a month from now on Mother's Day, Sunday, May the 10th. Shout out to all the moms out there. Hopefully everybody has a happy Easter next weekend as well, and hopefully everyone is staying safe and will continue to stay safe during these difficult and uncertain times that we are facing right now in 2020 across the world amid the coronavirus outbreak. So stay safe, and hopefully everyone's doing well. As mentioned, very, very different, and hopefully we'll get back to normal very, very soon, sooner rather than later. Last night at WrestleMania as well, during night 2, Rob Gronkowski, the former Patriots tight end of the National Football League, became your new WWE 24/7 champion after defeating his friend in Stay Hype Mojo Rawley. On Saturday night, Braun Strowman, and half the matches were on Saturday night, night 1, WrestleMania 36, half were last night, as WrestleMania this year in 2020, that culminated from the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, was too big for just one night. Raw tonight, NXT on Wednesday. Both shows already taped. SmackDown will in fact be live this upcoming Friday. Raw next Monday night will be live as well. Past few weeks, including WrestleMania, events have been taped in the WWE, but we saw Braun Strowman replace Roman Reigns in the Universal Championship match against Goldberg, and then the Monster Among Men defeating Goldberg to become Universal Champion. So the WWE has 2 new captains of its ship here in 2020, following WrestleMania. The Raw After Mania about to begin. Drew McIntyre, your new WWE Champion, and Braun Strowman, your new Universal Champion. Matches that had everyone talking over the weekend: Boneyard and Firefly Funhouse matches involving The Undertaker and AJ Styles and John Cena and The Fiend. Bray Wyatt as the American Badass and The Fiend were victorious, I would think, and reports are swirling, stating that in fact the replay matches on Raw and SmackDown this week, as I thought last night, would in fact be the Boneyard and Firefly Funhouse matches, but we'll find out for sure here coming up shortly. Edge also victorious last night against the Viper Randy Orton in the last man standing match. I think Edge right now is the favorite to win Money in the Bank if they played their cards right. Kevin Owens also had his KO Mania moment, jumping off the top of the WrestleMania sign through the announce table on Seth Rollins, defeating the Messiah as Owens burned WrestleMania down. Sami Zayn, still your Intercontinental Champion. Becky Lynch and Bayley both retain their Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships. Charlotte Flair, though, however, defeated Rhea Ripley to become once again your new NXT Women's Champion. Street Profits and Miz and Morrison, hey hey, ho ho, even though the Miz was not in the match, as that was supposed to be a triple threat tag team match, ladder match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. However, it was just a regular triple threat ladder match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. But both tag teams retain. And then we sort of get a look towards the future, at least with the Raw tag team division, with Bianca Belair then making her WrestleMania debut last night, attacking Zelina Vega, as she has been with Andrade even out, has been Andrade and Angel Garza's manager as of late. Austin Theory replaced Andrade last night at WrestleMania, but the Street Profits still victorious, but then Belair attacked afterwards. So I would think down the road sometime we'll get a 6 man and woman mixed tag team match of the Raw Tag Team Championships with the Street Profits and Andrade and Angel Garza, and we'll include Bianca Belair and Zelina Vega in that as well. And then you still have Rey Mysterio and Humberto Carrillo, so maybe we will as well sometime in the near future finally get the Fatal 4-Way that we thought we were going to get at WrestleMania for the United States Championship with Andrade, Angel Garza, Rey Mysterio, and Humberto Carrillo. Aleister Black victorious over Bobby Lashley as well. I think Lashley and Lana will in fact be splitting up sometime soon. Lana with the mistake telling Lashley, hey, go for the spear last night. Aleister, Black Mass out of nowhere, and picked up the win. Elias also defeated King Corbin. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, your new women's tag team champions, defeating Asuka and Kairi Sane. The Kabuki Warriors, Cesaro over Drew Gulak, and Liv Morgan defeated Natalya as well. And then Mandy Rose and Otis are now a thing in the WWE, at least for now they are. Who knows how long they'll play this out for. But Otis defeated Dolph Ziggler after Sonya was ringside the whole entire match, but Mandy came out, interfered, and low blow on Dolph. Otis picked up the win. Raw after Mania, then now WWE Forever. Thank you once again for tuning in and watching. Share on social media, and we'll get this party started with a flashback to the main event last night of WrestleMania 36 Night 2. Drew McIntyre defeating the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Lesnar will go away, as he does, I would think, for a little while, and then come back sometime over the summer. I think Lesnar-Lashley is the feud right there. But, you know, who knows? They could have something else planned, especially with everything going on in the world today. Who knows how the storylines will come together. But technically, it's the WWE New Year, Raw after Mania. We're now on the road to WrestleMania 37, end of next March in Hollywood, as WrestleMania will hit Southern California once again for the first time in 16 years next March at the new SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. So some highlights from the McIntyre-Lesnar match, in which Brock hit a few suplexes and F5s, Drew with 4 Claymore kicks, and then a 1-2-3 as Drew McIntyre stood tall and won the WWE Championship. So about a few years from now, Heath Slater will get his moment, as Jinder had his a few years back. Now it's Drew's time to shine. Heath Slater, yes, he still has kids. He'll get his WrestleMania moment, or just a moment throughout the year, as Jinder won his at Backlash over Randy Orton back in 2017. There's the Claymore that got the job done for Drew. 1-2-3, Drew McIntyre, once again your new WWE champion. No fans in attendance with the coronavirus. So everyone watching at home, and thank you for watching my live reactions both play live right here on YouTube. The Chosen One had his broken dreams come true last night at WrestleMania. McIntyre's the WWE champion. So 2 down, 1 to go. Heath Slater will get his moment. At least he should, just for the hell of it. Have all 3 members of 3MB as WWE champion. He needs to come out to his old music tonight. We'll get Skillet kicking everything off. Here though, first with the opening video package for WWE Monday Night Raw. New storylines, new feuds will begin this evening or sometime in the near future. They'll wrap some other stuff up within the next few weeks as well. We'll probably get some rematches tonight and maybe next week as well. You know, Rollins, Owens, Lynch, Baszler, Lesnar maybe as well, who knows. But then who knows as well, we might have another shake-up or a draft sometime down the road. And okay, hashtag Raw, we're going to have the Kabuki Warriors kick off Raw after Mania, which is a little bit of a shock for some unknown reason. I don't know why the hell they're kicking off the show. It's just Asuka, no Kairi Sane. So just Asuka. This has been taped for about a week or so. Raw tonight, breaking news. Okay, WrestleMania Aftermath. It's the Raw after Mania. We could have some surprise returns tonight. Lars Sullivan. Maybe Jinder comes out and challenges Drew. How about that in the main event segment? That'd be a pretty good match, I would think. All right, we're going to get a Raw Tag Team Championship rematch from WrestleMania. It'll be the Street Profits once again defending against Austin Theory and Angel Garza with Zelina Vega ringside. I would think Bianca Belair would be ringside as well with the Street Profits, as it seems like she's now being called up from NXT. But only time's going to tell. So some things coming together for Raw already. Lars Sullivan, maybe even Samoa Joe. Joe could be an option for the first challenger for Drew McIntyre's WWE title. Maybe even Money in the Bank for Joe as well. And Asuka's going to face Liv Morgan. Liv should win this. Liv should definitely win this match. But knowing them, they'll probably have Asuka win this. Or hell, they could have Liv win, but have Kyrie come out and attack Asuka and split up the Kabuki Warriors as they split up Fire and Desire. Last night with Mandy turning on Sonya, Mandy Rose choosing Otis in the Otis Dolph feud. So to kick things off on the hashtag Raw After Mania when you share on social media, it'll be Asuka and Liv Morgan. Charlotte Flair will be on Raw tonight as well. She's your new NXT Women's Champion. So sit back, relax. Hopefully you'll enjoy and share on social media. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. Asuka, Liv Morgan on Raw. They lock up in the middle of the ring.
Surprise Asuka. Asuka had a hold of the hair and now pounded it away on the midsection of Liv Morgan. Oh, look at that. If you think about Asuka's career, Tom, this isn't the first time Asuka's looked at Morgan at WrestleMania. We've seen Asuka bounce back before, as she is right here, right now, against Liv Morgan. And hip attack, and down goes Liv Morgan.
Replay of Liv off the ropes. Asuka also off the ropes with a rear view on Liv. So Raw After Mania. Joe Exotic, your official referee. Liv Morgan with a quick roll up. 1, 2, kick out. Liv with a big kick in the midsection.
Here would be for Liv Morgan. It did knock off Natalya one night, 24 hours later, knocked off the former SmackDown Women's Champion. Oh, and there goes Asuka. And Asuka in trouble here. Big additional
Tom Phillips, Byron Saxon on commentary up by the entrance. This is the third or fourth week they've had Raw in Orlando at the PC with no fans. Fourth, yes. As they have moved production, and they'll come back sometime this week and start filming more content for future episodes. Miss the coronavirus concerns. Liv and Asuka now fighting ringside. Big kick to the side of the head of Liv. And they'll fade to black and go to commercial break. So now we'll get Bob Seger, Dominoes, Old Time Rock and Roll, Risky Business, Guitar Hero, now Dominoes in 2020. Raw After Mania. And now the contactless delivery. They will literally leave it on your doorstep and leave, and then you can get it, or you can go pick it up, drive through whatever restaurant you choose. Very, very uncertain times right now, as mentioned. It's been a unique WrestleMania for sure. Very, very different. First time ever, obviously no fans. They broke a new record with 0 in attendance, which they didn't say that, of course. They're going to make themselves look bad. No Hall of Fame ceremony, and then no Hall of Fame ceremony in the middle of WrestleMania. At least Mania, and okay, we'll get a year off basically, with no Mania being 6-7 hours because they split it into 2 nights, too big for just one night. I was on for about 3.5 hours on Saturday night, a little over 4 last night, with live reactions, play-by-play, but I do start a little bit early, but at the same time, I started basically just when the kickoff show matches had started, so they're about a half hour in on that. So about a half hour before the actual show kick-started, and then Saturday night was about 3 hours. Last night, a little over 3.5. The last man standing match went for about 40 minutes with Edge and Randy Orton, and then the Firefly Funhouse match was awesome. Both Boneyard and Firefly Funhouse match from this past weekend, just as mentioned earlier, has everyone talking. Blown away. Never did I think in 2020, as of late at least with WWE, that they'd be able to pull something like this off. But then at the same time, like with the way production is, you would think they'd be doing this all the time. In my opinion, obviously, yeah, after Saturday night, the Boneyard match was the best thing we've seen in quite a while. It's up there, if not better, as mentioned over the weekend with the Hardy Compound, the Wyatt family, a House of Horrors match from a few years back. And then the Final Deletion stuff with Matt Hardy. And then they run the Firefly Funhouse match then with Fiend Bray Wyatt and John Cena. And then that's up there as good, if not better, than the Boneyard match. And that's actually the question of the day today, and it'll be up all week on Facebook and Twitter, so be sure to go vote on the poll. What match at WrestleMania 36 was better? Was it the Boneyard match, or was it the Firefly Funhouse match? You can let me know in the comments below as well. Must be Monday, WWE Monday Night Raw, live on Monday nights at 8 o'clock on the USA Network. I believe it's a tie, though. It's too hard to tell. It's too hard to pick a winner. They were both that good. WrestleMania, Hollywood WrestleMania 37 promo now for the show of shows next year in Los Angeles, California, being Inglewood, the new SoFi Stadium on March the 28th, 2021. Next year, I do believe, and I'll get more into it a little bit later on when we see The Undertaker and AJ Styles segment here tonight on Raw. I believe next year, WrestleMania Hollywood, WrestleMania 37, The Fiend Bray Wyatt should in fact retire The Undertaker. Back to the action, Asuka, Liv Morgan, Joe, John Cone, Exotic, once again, your official referee. Tom Phillips, Byron Saxon on commentary. Mike Rome, your ring announcer. Drew McIntyre will be on Raw this evening. We'll get the WrestleMania aftermath. We'll also, I assume, have a replay match. It'll be the Boneyard match with The Undertaker and AJ Styles once again. And Seth Rollins now going to be in action later on tonight as well, says Tom Phillips. So we'll get the Messiah tonight on Raw after he lost twice on Saturday night to the prize fighter Kevin Owens, and then also the new NXT Women's Champion in Charlotte Flair.
I guess that means it's almost over. And Asuka feels like she's in complete control, and of course, Byron, the top prize.
Asuka just kicking Liv around the ring.
Raw Women's title was challenged for by Shayna Baszler against Becky Lynch this past weekend at WrestleMania. We'll revisit that match at the conclusion of this battle. We'll hear from both Shayna Baszler and Becky Lynch. And
we're also going to hear from Shayna and Becky tonight as well. Liv with a quick roll-up, and Asuka kicks out at 2.
We're good now.
Couple right hands from Liv, a former member of the Riot Squad. Liv off the middle rope and then a code breaker to Asuka. And Liv feeling the aftermath of that, holding her left shoulder. Hopefully she's not injured. Seems like she's going to be getting a push. Maybe she's going to be the #1 contender for Becky Lynch's Raw Women's Championship. I would think Nia Jax, along with Ronda Rousey, will in fact be returning sometime sooner rather than later. But with everything going on, as mentioned, who knows how the storylines will be moving forward. Asuka went for a clothesline. Liv reverses out with a clothesline of her own. Make that 2 in a row now. Slams her down. Enziguri right to the side of the head. Liv now with a stomp to the back of Asuka in the corner. Rolling her in. Cover. 1, 2. And Asuka kicks out the last second. A little bit of a botch. Liv with a big stomp. A double stomp to Byron Saxton. Right to the back of Asuka. Right below the shoulder blades. Asuka now rolling Liv into a submission, an armbar, but Liv rolling her up for a pin. 1, 2, Asuka kicks out. Suplex from Asuka. Asuka with a sliding kick, has her by the rope, cover 1, 2, and Liv puts her left foot on the bottom rope for a rope break. Hashtag Raw. Exotic says her foot's on the rope, which it clearly is, so rope break, match continues.
Asuka's becoming just more and more incensed in this match. You're right, Liv Morgan showing her tenacity. Whoa. Trying to catch Asuka along the rope.
That should be a rope break. Now Asuka's actually Liv rolls it up, cover 1, 2, and then Asuka gets up, Liv trying to reach for the ropes. Good sequence. Asuka rolls her over. Armbar once again now, and a headlock. Asuka lock in. Liv Morgan taps out to Asuka. And the opening contest of WWE Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania 36. Maybe Asuka's going to be Becky's #1 contender. I wouldn't mind that. The thing is with Kabuki Warriors, they really haven't given Kairi a singles run ever since she's been called up. I saw her about 2 years ago in an NXT house show. I think the only time I ever saw Kairi Sane, to be honest with you. Videos from recent events and all professional wrestling events that I've been to right here on the channel. Be sure to go check them out. But the thing is, if you give Asuka the title, Kabuki Warriors still together. Okay, at that point you turn, have somebody turn. Kairi turn heel, more likely than not. But it doesn't look like that'll be the route they'll go with, as of now at least. Flashback now to Saturday night, 2 nights ago, WrestleMania 36. This was the second or third match of the show. It was Becky Lynch defending her Raw Women's Championship against Shayna Baszler. They put Shayna out to be, this unstoppable force, the cage fighter. Should have won the Royal Rumble. Charlotte won that. Then defeated Rhea last night. Drew won the Rumble as well, won the WWE Championship. So both Rumble winners win titles at WrestleMania this year for the first time in quite a while. But then Shayna wins Elimination Chamber, goes up against Becky, and surprisingly I thought Becky retained. I thought Shayna was going to win along with Daniel Bryan, getting the Intercontinental Championship back, defeating Sami Zayn, but that did not happen either. So we'll see what happens there. Highlights from Becky and Shayna on WrestleMania 36 Night 1 on Saturday night. So Becky's still your Raw Women's Champion. Now a post-match interview with Becky. There's Charlie, Chucky Caruso. This is from Saturday night, 2 nights ago, WrestleMania 36 Night 1. And she's been champion now for a year.
Some would say that when you flipped backwards out of Shayna's clutch, it was with your last...
WrestleMania 35 will in fact be a year ago tomorrow.
Everything is calculated, and I'm always looking for a counter. I'm always looking for the win, and tonight I got that.
How good was Shayna tonight in your match?
Look, she's incredible. I never underestimated.
Becky says Shayna's incredible. So maybe we'll get this again at Money in the Bank. Maybe Shayna wins women's Money in the Bank. I wouldn't mind that. That gives her something to do. I think if Ember Moon returns, though, they need to finally put the women's Money in the Bank on her. I've been pulling for her the past 2 years, and then they have Alexa win it along with Carmella. So we'll see what happens.
She has a problem with that finish. Just tell her to not go missing. She knows where to find me. I've been holding down the fort every single week.
Becky, congratulations again.
Thank you.
The man, Becky Lynch, still your Raw Women's Champion. Now a post-match interview with Shayna Baszler from Saturday night. And this would have been all over social media, so if you like, follow, and subscribe. We already saw this, but they need content for Raw and NXT and SmackDown now. Understand it. Yeah, it gets a little irritating after a while, a little annoying, but it is what it is.
The thrill of victory. And for you, Becky, I promise you that agony of my defeat.
Street Profits, Austin Theory, Angel Garza, that'll be tonight in a rematch from WrestleMania. Raw Tag Team Championships on the line. So that's tonight on Raw. Also, we're going to get a replay, an encore presentation of the Boneyard match with The Undertaker and AJ Styles. That'll be tonight. That should be the main event again. That should close out Raw because he rides off into the night. They fade to black once again, go to commercial. NXT on Wednesday will get the #1 contender 6-woman ladder match. The winner of that will then face Charlotte Flair at a later date. Also, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano one final time. Plus, what else? The 6-woman ladder match. All right. Chelsea Green, Tegan Knox, Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Io Shirai. NXT this Wednesday. AEW this Wednesday as well, followed by WWE Friday night SmackDown.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
You said pantyhose, right? Here, eat creamy Snickers. You could use a little smoothness.
Get smooth with the fresh ground nut butters and creamy Snickers.
Social distancing doesn't have to make us distant, right? After all, cars were invented to bring us closer together. So CarMax is doing everything we can to keep you going. And that's the way it should be. moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, flakes don't have to be part of your morning routine. That's why there's Illumia. With just 4 doses a year, after 2 initial doses, clearer skin is possible.
Don't use if you're allergic to Illumia or any of its ingredients.
Tonight, we're going to take you back to the unprecedented hashtag Boneyard match between The Undertaker and AJ Styles at WrestleMania. That's courtesy of WWE on social media.
DiGiorno Rising Crust Pizza now has even more cheese. It's so cheesy, you can make a pickup line to go with it. Like, did it hurt? When all that cheese fell from heaven and landed on you? It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno now with more cheese.
As a caricature artist, I appreciate what makes each person unique. That's why I like Liberty Mutual. They get that.
We'll have Kenny Omega and Michael Nakazawa against Best Friends on AEW this week.
What do you think?
Oh, shit. Only pay for what you need. No. This ain't a sandwich. Because on a sandwich, they ask you if you want cheese. But on a papadilla, cheese is what's holding the whole operation together. Get one now, just $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
NXT TakeOver comes to USA. Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano. One final time. That'll be the main event. Should be an hour Iron Man match is what it should be. NXT TakeOver Wednesday. The NXT TakeOver matches will be on NXT TV over the next few weeks. So we'll have Ciampa and Gargano in the 6-woman #1 contender ladder match. WWE Chronicle, Drew McIntyre on the network now. Still got to watch out along with the preview of the Undertaker's Last Ride documentary series, and then WWE 24 on Edge. But everybody has all the time in the world right now, so I'll watch those at a later date. Edge returned for the first time in almost a decade at the Royal Rumble. Last man standing match last night at WrestleMania 36 defeated the Viper Randy Orton.
A special thanks to The Weeknd for finally licensing the official theme of this year's WrestleMania. You can check it out on Apple Music and Spotify. It was last night the historic second night of WrestleMania. We saw the Raw Tag Team title successfully defended by the Street Profits. The Street Profits answered the call of the brand new tandem of Angel Garza and Austin Theory, but it was after the match that Zelina Vega not too happy about that defeat. And then it was Bianca Belair, the EST of NXT.
Highlights now of the Raw Tag Team Championship match from last night. Street Profits up against Austin Theory and Angel Garza. We'll get that rematch right now on Raw. So it seems like the good parts of Raw, the good portion will be, I mean, right now at least after 9 o'clock. Hopefully the Boneyard match will be the main event. It should be, I would think. And hopefully that'll be commercial free. I want to think they'd be able to go to commercial technically with that match the way it went. I mean, you never know. They could and then just, come back right where they left off. So Street Profits on Raw making their appearance, defending in a rematch once again now here tonight against Austin Theory and Angel Garza.
For the first time, it doesn't get any better than that. The Street Profits got the smoke on the biggest stage possible, and they got through a lot of the schemes that were laid out by the very cunning Zelina Vega with her associates Austin Theory and Angel Garza. That was no small task. Plenty reason to celebrate tonight, plenty reason for smiles. But now here's the question, Todd. Can they do it again? Can the Street Profits deliver one more time after WrestleMania? Zelina Vega, the team of Austin Theory and Angel Garza.
These two superstars were fantastic last night at WrestleMania. Angel Garza and Austin Theory have championship material written all over them. In fact, I don't know if there's a superstar that's gone faster from their Monday Night Raw debut to their WrestleMania debut than Austin Theory did this past week.
If you're Austin Theory, I mean, I'm surprised that he's been able to rise to the occasion the way he has. Like you said, for a team to come together in a week, in less than a week, compete at WrestleMania for the Raw Tag Team titles. I personally believe there is a very bright future for both Austin Theory and Angel Garza as a tag team.
Remember the addition to Zelina Vega's rank.
And this won't be the same match we saw last night because the set is different. This is Raw, not WrestleMania. There's no WrestleMania sign behind the announce table. That was off to the side, the announce table up by the entrance once again. So this will, and Zelina is actually in ring gear. So Bianca's probably going to come out, and then this will turn into a 6 mixed match, tag team match. Mixed match challenge returning here in 2020. So I wouldn't think Theory and Garza are going to win it, but hey, you never know. And John Cone Exotic, once again, your official referee for this match. Very rarely do you see, even though this is pre-taped, and they can put whatever segment wherever they want right now. You rarely see the same official officiate 2 matches in a row, especially to start a show. But John Cone's good at what he does. Hell, his son Nicholas, a few years back at WrestleMania, won the Tag Team Championships alongside Braun Strowman. Double drop kick from the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins on Austin Theory and Angel Garza as they fade to black once again and go to another commercial break. 3 commercial breaks in the first half hour of Raw here this evening. Normally by this point we would probably just be coming back from either the first or second, depending on what started the Raw after Mania. Very different Raw after Mania as well here this evening with no fans in attendance, everyone watching at home. But I still think we're going to get a surprise or two maybe with some returnees, but we'll see. So Raw Tag Team Championship match continues.
Get smooth with the fresh ground nut butters and creamy Snickers.
If we weren't able to stream anything, I think they'd be lost. She's listening to music, he's watching the news.
Verizon is giving you more entertainment, like Apple Music, Disney Plus, and YouTube TV. Unlimited plans start at $35. Shop online, only at Verizon.
More family at home puts more strain on your appliances. Lowe's has essentials like washers and dryers, and up to 40% off select appliances. Like a Whirlpool Load-and-Go washer and dryer with sanitized cycle at $6.99 each. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's.
How do you think they make Starburst taste so juicy?
Starburst? Just drag equation. Super top secret mathematical formula they keep stored inside a safe, inside a vault, inside a volcano.
Oh, just Drax.
Starburst, unexplainably juicy. The new DQ Chicken and Biscuits basket. 100% white meat chicken strips, plus 100% delicious mini biscuits and fries. Look for drive-thru and takeout options at your DQ. DQ, happy taste.
It's totally normal to have constipation with belly pain, straining, and bloating again and again.
No way.
Asuka is a treasure. Yes, she
It's
is.
the only way to manage it.
Is it?
Liv Morgan is as well, along with Alexa Bliss and
Occasional constipation.
a few others.
Maybe it's not.
It could be a chronic medical condition called IBS-C, and time to say yes to Linzess. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It helps relieve belly pain and lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Change your thinking to IBS-C. If your constipation and belly pain keeps coming back, tell your doctor and say yes to Linzess.
If you're feeling boxed in, that might as well be with your Taco Bell favorites. Get a Chalupa Supreme and all this love for only $5. Grab a $5 Chalupa box without leaving your car with Taco Bell drive-thru.
You go from hungry to angry.
I do get H. I get ADHD.
At a time when everyone feels so far apart, families can still keep their distance together. For contactless ordering and payment, order ahead in the Sonic app.
New WWE shop commercial. Once again, tonight only, even though it's been like this for 3 nights in a row. Buy one shirt, get one for $1. It's literally the deal every single day of the weekend. Yeah, Shayna Baszler probably going to be even more dominant now after losing, and then becoming even more of a heel up against Becky Lynch, and maybe even Asuka, Liv Morgan, Ronda, Nia, as mentioned. Maybe Rhea goes to Raw as well. I think she'd be better on SmackDown. So we'll see what they do with the women's division.
Physical boneyard match between The Undertaker and AJ Styles. The brutal last man standing match between Edge and Randy Orton as well from WrestleMania weekend.
And don't forget, Tom,
A very shocking occurrence at WrestleMania following Drew McIntyre's victory over Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. We're going to show you what took place later on tonight as well. Right now, Angelo Dawkins in a world of trouble. Angel Garza in command here. And what a victory this would be for Angel Garza and Austin Theory to atone for what happened last night at WrestleMania and capture the Raw Tag Team titles. Well, of course, and I go back to the point that this is a brand new tag team, and Theory and Garza. And these guys have been a team for essentially a week. And to think that after a week you can become tag team champions, unheard of. Theory legal into the matchup for his team. Credit to Zelina Vega for putting together this team, as we mentioned, an injury to the United States champion Andrade, forcing Vega's hand to call Austin Theory into her ranks. And so far has paid dividends in this match. Like a great coach, Zelina Vega always seems to have a backup plan, another play to resort to, and the current playbook includes Austin Theory. And if this continues, it'll include the Raw Tag Team titles. Now Dawkins, trying to free himself from Theory and a knee right to the midsection. Great job by Theory. Face first into the top turnbuckle. And it's Garza who tags himself in. Could we have new Raw Tag Team champions tonight here on Monday Night Raw? We know we have a new NXT winner. Women's Champion following WrestleMania last night. We will hear from Charlotte Flair, the new NXT Women's Champion, later on tonight.
That's like one of the OMG moments of the year, Tom. Did you ever think you would say Charlotte Flair is the new NXT Women's Champion in 2020?
Tell you what, a stellar match between Flair and Rhea Ripley.
We're going to get Mox and Hager, John Moxley, Jake Hager, Dean Ambrose, Jack Swagger for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship in a few weeks on AEW Dynamite as well. As the Street Profits are defending against Austin Theory and Angel Garza once again here on Raw. A rematch from last night at WrestleMania.
Theory just informed Angela Dawkins, I'm going to take that title. Curious by see what kind of mood the Monday Night Messiah Seth Rollins is in after his battle with Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. Rollins is in action later on tonight. We will hear from KO as well here on Raw.
You know what, the more that Angela Dawkins is isolated here, the less it looks like the Street Profits are going to be able to retain the tag team titles.
For super kick out Theory, caught up by Dawkins.
Angela Dawkins throwing Theory all over the ring.
Right on, Dawkins proves me wrong. And now Dawkins, can he get to the corner? Selena Vega saying he cannot make the tag. Almost there. Austin Theory's got to get to his corner to tag in Angel Garza. Here comes Garza, but Montez Ford is leading.
Montez Ford with a big frog splash off the top rope. Clothesline now. Couple clotheslines, another drop kick to Angel Garza. Thank you once again for tuning in and watching. DDT from Montez Ford.
That is the epitome of a man.
Surprised he hasn't, as he's going to go back up top. Surprised he hasn't done his Ultimate Warrior. And Zelina Vega with some interference. Cone's going to call this off, so bell rings. And Vega says it was an accident. Vega was trying to throw Ford off the top rope. Belair's going to come out. Bianca Belair's going to come out, and this is going to turn into a 6 mixed match, challenge match on Raw. There's Belair. Here comes Bianca Belair. This thought. And she's in in-ring gear. Vega's already been in in-ring gear, so yeah, this is going to be a 6-man woman tag. Mixed match challenge on Raw in 2020. Vega going right after. Belair picks her up, slams her down. Here comes Street Profits attacking Garza and Theory once again. This is what happened at WrestleMania last night. Actually, about a week and a half or so ago.
Selena, you really think you're doing something? But girl, because I go here now.
So Belair's on Raw, alright. Bianca Belair being called up. And Belair's going to be on Raw with Street Profits. Makes sense. I mean, she's married to Montez Ford, so.
Come get this ring. Go back to come get you myself.
Might just have a singles match with Belair and Vega. That'll be it, says Tom Phillips. Bianca Belair, Zelina Vega, one-on-one here tonight on Raw. Street Profits, Theory, Garza. I would assume we'll stay ringside, but you never know. We'll see. But an interesting start, to say the least, for Raw. It does seem like, as mentioned, they're saving everything for later on tonight. Trying to get that rating up for the second and third hour. But, you know, at the unprecedented times, you know, I get it, I understand it, but obviously, yeah, it could be better. Anything and everything could be better for that matter, so we'll see what happens. But thank you once again for tuning in and watching. If you have chat questions or comments, let me know. Thumbs up button, share on social media, hashtag Raw After Mania. Like, follow, and subscribe on social media as well. Links in the description below. NXT on Wednesday. SmackDown on Friday as usual, so
Soon I realized it was holding
show goes on.
power over me. I was always
The WWE, professional wrestling as a whole, is really the only thing sport-wise left. You go around baseball, basketball, hockey, golf, NASCAR, as mentioned yesterday as well, as iRacing, basically just playing a video game racing, but they're broadcasting it on national television for everyone to see, which is totally different. We've never seen that before, but with everything going on, you got to find a way to move forward, and like I said, the show goes on. Miz missed WrestleMania to film that commercial, it seems like. Now, he was out with an illness, cold, didn't have COVID-19, as far as we know, at least. Hopefully no one does, for that matter. So everyone, hopefully you're staying safe, you'll continue to stay safe. I know everybody's in quarantine right now, and hopefully staying home at least. But there's not really much you can do. So we'll see what happens over the course of the next few weeks and months to come. And hopefully we'll be able to get back in those seats and get everything just back to normal as a whole. So coming up on Raw, it'll be Belair and Garza, or Belair and Vega, excuse me, with Garza and Theory along the Street Profits ringside. Women's singles competition for the second time in 3 matches here tonight on Raw.
I was married for 16 years and walking out with a 19-year-old. I'm not the crazy one he is.
You want to destroy me.
What else am I gonna do? I'm amazed it only took 1 bullet to kill Van Bunker.
Often, it's the smallest acts that mean the most. It's these moments together that show us what is truly important. Away from the bright lights is where we make the biggest difference. Because to us, smiles matter most.
Ring the bell. It'll be Bianca Belair and Zelina Vega on Raw. Street Profits and Austin Theory along with Angel Garza ringside.
And as you said, Bianca Belair goes here now as in Monday Night Raw. That is fantastic news.
So Belair, a call-up from NXT following WrestleMania. A call-up I honestly didn't see coming. But really, in 2020 now, it's not really even a call-up anymore. It's just, okay, I'm on Raw. Like, because NXT is as good, if not better, than Raw and SmackDown, week in and week out. So, she's had a few NXT Women's Championship matches, never won. I saw her when she was nothing, along with the Street Profits, at some recent NXT house shows over the past few years, as Vega slaps Belair right across the face. Definitely a wig that she is wearing. There's no way in hell her hair is that long. It's basically a whip, is what it is. She could use it as a weapon if she wanted to.
Go back to her collegiate days at the University of Tennessee. She earned all SEC and All-American honors in track and field. Broke strength records right here in this building at the WWE Performance Center. Look at that, burying the shoulder right in the ribs of Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega, I think she was trying to surprise Belair, trying to go for a cover. Look at how athletic Belair is. Shoulder first into the pole. post. That's how the athleticism would cost Bianca Belair. Also, Lena Vega had to do a sidestep to catch the EST off guard. A costly sequence there for Belair. Now Zelina Vega, the crafty superstar. Oh, and trying to set up. Look at this submission attempt within the ropes. And Zelina Vega using the bulk of the referee's 5 count to inflict damage to Bianca.
Question on social media: who would you like to see in a Firefly Funhouse match next if they ever do another one? I mean, okay, you could say Randy Orton because Bray faced him in a House of Horrors match a few years ago. Make it Undertaker. Have that be the retirement match for him. I mean, Finn Balor, Aleister Black, Sting, if they ever give him clearance. I mean, even people from Bray's past as well, even if they're recent competitors he's faced off against within the past year. Kane, Mick Foley. Foley's never going to wrestle again for the WWE, though. Seth Rollins. I mean, Daniel Bryan. Yeah, I mean, you could go any which way direction with that. As Belair has Vega up, slams her down, twirls her hair off the ropes, and then Austin Theory with the distraction. Here comes Montez Ford going to town. Angelo Dawkins going after Angel Garza now as he jumps the barricade. Spine buster. And the bell rings once again, so now they're going to drag this out into another segment. And I would think it's going to turn into the finally 6 mixed match challenge match here on Raw.
I mean, we're just one day removed from the prestigious WrestleMania 36. And man, my brother is here. My wife is here. So how about we just make this a family affair and just do 3, uno, dos, tres, against 3.
3 against 3. So we're going to get the mixed match challenge match now on Raw. We want the smoke, says Montez for the Street Profits. A lot of charisma, no doubt about it. So 6 mixed match challenge tag team match on Raw coming up.
Is Latin for better than sandwich. Even has a better pickle. Get a new papadilla for $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's. More for my COPD medicine. That's why I've got the power of one.
So they'll drag this out till after 9. Then we'll get a segment with McIntyre, a match with Rollins, the replay of the Boneyard match, and then maybe something else or 2, and that'll be it for Raw. So, I mean, I get it, but this very well could have been 10 times better. Instead of dragging one thing into 3 segments, plus commercial breaks, just to fill the hour.
Think your COPD medicine is doing enough? Maybe you should think again. Ask your doctor about One's Daily Trilogy, the power of 1, 2, 3. Save at Trilogy.com.
Yes, it's the first word of any new discovery. But when allergies attack, the excitement fades. Allegra helps you say yes with the fastest non-drowsy allergy relief. And turning a half-hearted yes into an all-in yes. Allegra, live your life, not your allergies.
I've never had Burger King nuggets before. It's a lot better than I expected.
And the best part is, they're 8 for $1.
What? These are good. It's crispy and it's golden. When you see Like how you don't expect them to taste this good.
Yup, 8 delicious nuggets for just $1. Your way, way better.
This right here, this is that new Powerade Power War. That right there, we about to go so hard the answer. This is my team getting so hot to rock the tons of fire ball of greatness. This is my squad bringing so many goons. Meteorologists will call this
Tropical storm bucket!
and this is me just getting started. New Powerade Power War. More power to free.
That's how a home and auto bundle is made. So, what are some key takeaways from this commercial? Did any of you hear the bundle your home and auto part?
I like that, just not when it comes out of her mouth. Yeah, as a mother, I wouldn't want my kids to see that.
To see, wait, I'm sorry, what?
Don't kids see enough violence as it is?
I've seen violence. Maybe you could turn the word bundle into a character, like Mr. Bundles.
Good job of the bundle, dear.
Now, this ain't no sandwich, because on a sandwich they ask you if you want cheese. But on a papadilla, cheese is what's holding the whole operation together. Get one now for just $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
This is where it gets interesting.
That seriously does that.
There's reports that if the WWE now does in fact bring in Tyson Fury, that they'll put him up against Drew McIntyre. I don't think that'd be a good route to go. I wouldn't even bring Fury in right now, to be honest with you. Now with everything going on, I get ratings and everything, but this Friday on SmackDown after Mania, Braun Strowman as your new WWE Universal Champion. Let me in, says Bray Wyatt. This Friday on Fox. Not a whole lot advertised other than just the 4 champions that are current champs over on the Blue brand. Strowman, Bayley, Sami Zayn as your Intercontinental Champion, and then Miz and Morrison, and then along with Bray Wyatt. You'll have Otis and Mandy, but other than that, not a whole lot advertised right now for SmackDown. But I wouldn't bring in Fury. I mean, they had their chance, and it would have been for last night, but obviously plans change because of everything. So drop kick from Montez Ford to Austin Theory. Theory might be up on the main roster here before too long. They might just keep him up after replacing Andrade. Wouldn't be a bad decision. Because I think that's why they're holding off at least, saving Braun Strowman, not having anything for him at WrestleMania, but then Reigns pulls out because of everything, and then Goldberg, Strowman wins the title. Because it would have more than likely probably been a rematch from Crown Jewel back on Halloween over in Saudi Arabia with Strowman and Tyson Fury once again at WrestleMania. But obviously that didn't happen. But now there's reports Fury being brought in potentially to face off versus the new WWE champion in Drew McIntyre. I mean, if you're going to put Fury up against anybody right now, because Lesnar's not going to be here for quite a while. I mean, maybe Fury Lesnar, you know, that would sell for sure. Lashley could be an option. I mean, Fury would for sure win that, as he rightfully should. But I mean, other big guys. I mean, Reigns, because he's not a Universal Champion again right now. After pulling out of WrestleMania, we'll see what they do with him. I honestly think Reigns or Lashley would be a good fit, a good option for Fury if they bring him in. Because the thing is, like, if you put Fury up against McIntyre, you're gonna have it be for the championship that McIntyre just beat Lesnar for last night. Yeah, they probably wouldn't. They'd probably have him win it, which makes no sense. But it sells, which I get.
We saw this strategy earlier in the match with Angelo Dawkins, Austin Theory.
And then with Strowman, if you'd have a rematch there, okay, he's Universal Champion right now. Like, what are you going to do there? So, I just don't think that makes sense. Yeah, please don't do that if they do bring him in. Have him go up against somebody else.
Seth Rollins, speaking of which, Seth Rollins will be in action later on tonight in the fallout from his WrestleMania.
Seth Rollins in action tonight on Raw. Still don't know the opponent.
What an incredible match that was. I can't wait to hear from Kevin Owens, and I cannot wait to see the mood that Seth Rollins is in tonight. And now Theory muscles forward back into the ring. Oh, trying to scramble to the corner. He's got to make the tag.
Theory now headlock locked in on Montez Ford, middle of the ring, laying on his back. This is a 6-man woman mixed match challenge tag team match on Raw. Joe John Cone Exotic, your official referee.
Bianca Belair keeping her eyes on her husband. Montez Ford back up to his feet. Austin Theory trying to corral him. Oh, it takes a shot at Dawkins. Trying to take away a tag. Oh, a kick to the back of the neck by Ford. That was just enough for Montez Ford. And Ford now has a clear path to Bianca Belair. And look how messed up Austin Theory is now. He's got to get his bearings and try to get to Garza or Vega. Look at the smile on Belair's face. Tag made. Then comes the EST of WWE.
So Belair tags in. Here comes Vega now as well because they can't have intergender. Backbreaker. Belair off the ropes. Kicked Austin Theory in the meantime. Then a moonsault off the ropes to Vega, and then Angel Garza breaks it up. Here comes Montez Ford. Montez Ford protecting his wife, and then Austin Theory with a super kick before shoulder tackle from Angelo Dawkins ringside on Garza. And he chases him into the back. Belair now slamming Vega into the top turnbuckle, picking her up now on her shoulders, slams her down for the finish. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Street Profits, along with Bianca Belair, defeat Austin Theory, Angel Garza, and Zelina Vega as Montez Ford goes to the camera and just goes crazy as Belair dances to the win as the Street Profits retain their Raw Tag Team Championships for the 4th time now in 2 nights, after they drug this segment out into 3 segments, plus commercial breaks as mentioned. As it was just at first originally a rematch from last night at WrestleMania, then it was a singles match with Belair and Vega, and then a mixed match challenge match. Boneyard match replay, that'll be tonight on Raw. That should be the main event tonight on Raw. Boneyard match. Phenomenal one. AJ Styles, the Phenom, American Badass Undertaker. Raw tonight as well. Breaking news, WrestleMania Aftermath. Drew McIntyre, new WWE Champion. Defeated Brock Lesnar last night. Become WWE Champion for the first time in his career. He's been a world champion though before in other promotions. As we now see a replay from last night as well with Bobby Lashley and Aleister Black. Lana telling Lashley, hey, go for the spear. Aleister, Black Mass, and Aleister 1, 2, 3 with the win. So Aleister could very well be an option for Money in the Bank as well. Or just flat out #1 contender for Drew McIntyre. Okay, post-match interview from last night. Charlie Caruso with Bobby Lashley.
You know, Charlie, something makes me feel like I need a new man.
Lashley Lesnar, Lashley Fury, I think would make sense if they bring in Tyson Fury, not have Fury up against McIntyre because he's champion right now. That just wouldn't make sense. It'd sell, but it wouldn't make sense.
What are we talking about?
This show was produced by Teddy Long. Holla Holla, tag team action playa. Now Lana, okay, this is last night still, post-match interview.
What did you do to my husband?
And Charlie asks, what did you do to your husband, or my husband, not my husband, because I'm not point. Okay, Aleister Black vignette here, Black Masses to everybody's face in the WWE. Aleister Black in action up next on Raw. So, okay, we had the post-match interview with Caruso last night with Lashley. Toto Bell is back as well, as the twins are pregnant at the same time. But then, insert Lana. And going back to what I just said there a little bit ago, there's nothing wrong with being gay by any means, but I'm not. I just want to make that clear. With how I said what I said because of Lana interrupting Lashley. Because she asked Caruso, hey, what'd you do to my husband? And okay, when I say that, people will blow that way out of proportion. So I just want to make that clear to everyone watching. Well, Lana's real husband, Rusev's at home because he's in a contract dispute. Storyline-wise, Lana's married to Bobby Lashley. That brought back Liv Morgan. She lost to Asuka earlier tonight on Raw. We'll see where they go with all that, but Lana and Lashley are going to be breaking up sometime sooner rather than later, I think now. Because Lashley walked off as soon as she walked up, so we'll see what happens there. Because of everything going on, who knows, storyline-wise, how things will go with pre-tape shows and no fans in attendance and whatnot. So, thanks for tuning in and watching. Like, follow, and subscribe as always. Links in the description below. Thumbs up button. Share on social media as well. Hashtag Raw after Mania. We'll get the replay of the Boneyard match later on tonight. Aleister Black coming up next though on Raw. Chat questions and comments always greatly appreciated as well. Yeah, very feeling underappreciated once again as a wrestling fan. This Raw could, as any show, you know, as I've said before, could be 10 times better. But it is what it is. And it seems like, as I said earlier too, they're saving all the good stuff for later on to get that 9 and 10 o'clock hour rating up. So, I mean, I get it. And this was taped, you know, a week and a half or so ago. Who knows if it was before Mania or after. I would think after. But do you really set up for Raw and SmackDown as you've had no fans the past few weeks? Tear that down, not really tear it down, but add in all the WrestleMania features that we were on this past weekend, and then tear that down and set up for Raw again. So, honestly, just because of everything going on, who knows what they, you know, did. I know, you know, there are reports out there that, okay, they filmed a couple different finishes for matches, stopped them, restarted them, and whatnot, but whatever they decide to do and move forward with is, you know, what WWE is going to do regardless. So we got to live with it one way or another. But yeah, this Raw after Mania, Raw in general, so far at least, because, like, okay, you have the post-match interviews from WrestleMania airing tonight. You have had already 2 women's singles matches in 3 matches, and then they drug out the tag team match into 3 segments, as they'll be in Orlando for the next few shows, I would think, if not longer. They're at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. But Yeah, not a good Raw so far. But Aleister Black's in action next, and we'll have to see who he's facing. Hopefully it's no Louis Chester IV from a few weeks back. But, you know, hey, if they want to have him beat jobbers left and right and then have that air on main event too, so be it. He's the future of the company. Him, Ricochet, Adam Cole. I mean, even Rollins, Owens, Reigns, everyone who's been around for, 5, 6, 7 years now, along with the up-and-coming talent that they have in NXT, Austin Theory, Ciampa, Gargano, Velveteen Dream, the list goes on and on. Future's very, very bright, and then the talent's just going to continue to come in. So we'll see who Aleister's facing. As he makes his entrance, one of the best in the WWE, as he sits down in the middle of the ring, Indian style. Now sitting in the corner, waiting for his opponent. And a little bit better than a local talent for sure. A damn good wrestler in Apollo Crews. However, his character, how he's been booked, not good by any means. So Aleister Black, Apollo Crews, coming up right now on #Raw when you share it on social media. This should be an interesting match. Should be, decent to say the least. That fan is the best fan in attendance for the WWE right now. But Aleister's for sure going to win this with a black mass in probably less than 5 minutes, I would think. And yeah, Apollo Crews was on SmackDown, now that you say that, and he's growing out his beard as well. So Bianca Belair basically being called up from NXT to Monday Night Raw now, here with the start of the new year in the WWE. And then Apollo Crews, now that you say that, I remember we saw him about a month ago. Actually, it was a month to the day tonight, with Apollo Crews on Friday Night SmackDown, as he faced Sheamus, I do believe it was. And then I don't think he's been seen since. Also a month ago, full dark match, Daniel Bryan, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Video right here on the channel. Be sure to go check it out.
Right now, I think if you're Apollo Crews, don't take any unnecessary risks.
I didn't catch that, but alright, if that's how they want to play it, storyline wise, so be it. And has anybody noticed that the announce table is now not up by the entrance as it was earlier? Like, where the hell did Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton go? Am I seeing stuff? Not seeing stuff? Or is anybody else seeing this as well? Like, where did the announce table go? I get everything's pre-taped right now, but, like, they're maybe off in the distance in the corner where they were, but there's no announce table like where it was. Like, that's a total botch. You would have thought they would have done a decent job of editing on that, but they were obviously too tied up with the Boneyard and Firefly Funhouse matches and could care less about this on Raw. Headlock Aleister Black in control of Apollo Crews here on Monday Night Raw. See what else is going on in the old Twitter world.
against the man, Becky Lynch. Gotta wonder what is next for Baszler and Lynch here on Monday Night Raw. Becky Lynch has ample reason to celebrate getting past Shayna Baszler, and I had a sneaky suspicion things were not going to be over between the man and the Queen of Spades, and we had that confirmed earlier on tonight. Apollo Crews going for the single leg takedown. And Byron, this has been a very good job by Apollo Crews, not allowing Black to get going. So we answered our question earlier. Apollo Crews seemed very aware of the tendencies of Aleister Black, trying to slow things down. And Aleister Black, cool, calm, and collected against Apollo.
They're actually going to drag this into a commercial break? Wow. They're going to give this time? That's a little shocking. Mojo Rawley backstage for a commercial. Wonder if Rob Gronkowski, his now former friend and new WWE 24/7 champion, is nearby. Mojo's just the new hype man for the company that is in anything advertising they could possibly get him in. So we'll see how his future goes. He really hasn't been anything special. I mean, they were trying to put him out to be a power, but it hasn't worked. Is that where they're going to have the match? Are they going to have Gronk and Mojo in a dojo? And then have that air during SummerSlam for the 24/7 championship? I think they're going to keep that off TV for a little while. Just because it's Gronk. But then, some stupid way, they'll get the title off of them and, you know, have Truth or who knows, get it back. And, then either just have a singles match between the two of them, or hell, have that match before the title. Obviously, SummerSlam in Boston, a few months away, but with everything going on, we got to get there first. So we'll see what they do. It was funny. It was stupid though too. Okay, I get Mojo's like Titus, because Titus is that entertainment guy now that they use for advertising.
I had a lot more energy. I'm someone that has done it, and it's not worth the consequences that are going to come.
Mojo was 24/7 champion, defeated R-Truth Saturday night. Gronk got it then last night, and then just disappeared, and then out of the blue, hi, I'm Titus O'Neil, I'm your new host of WrestleMania, like, and then he was shocked, didn't know what to say, had a loss of words after the Firefly Funhouse match, and I think that was everybody's reaction last night. That was damn good. That was awesome. Along with the Boneyard match, and as I said earlier, I thought, and we are getting at least one of them tonight. Boneyard match replay tonight. I would think Firefly Funhouse rematch on Friday, but we'll see. But that has the whole wrestling world talking right now. And hopefully they'll do more of those, you know, down the road. Whether or not they're specifically a Boneyard match or Firefly Funhouse match, you know, okay. But, like, they could literally do anything they want, and yet sometimes they're having Aleister Black of people wrestle a jobber for 2 minutes and then air it on 2 different shows during the same week. So now back to the action. Aleister Black still in control of Apollo Crews here this evening on Monday Night Raw. Okay, there's Tom Phillips stating draft pick about to expire. So Apollo Crews comes over to Raw from SmackDown. That has to be the most ridiculous thing I've heard for a draft pick compensation. for any league, for that matter. Because when was the last time they had a shake-up or a draft? Like back in the fall? Like when SmackDown went to Fox? That's pushing it, yeah. But probably, I mean, it's been quite a while. I mean, because normally Raws after Mania, you have, and we'll get Charlotte Flair on Raw tonight, dropkick from Apollo, who went from Apollo Crews to Apollo 13, back to Apollo, now Apollo Crews again. You normally have big surprises, whether or not they're returns or big wins for a superstar, whether it be a cash-in of some sorts, Dolph Ziggler on Alberto Del Rio and Newark about 7 years ago now, so Belly to Bello from Apollo Crews to Aleister Black ringside. Be sure to subscribe right here on YouTube. Aleister and Zelina have a new channel as well. Thing is, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross have been on SmackDown for how long? And the thing is, too, with the Women's Tag Team Championships, they need to be defended on Raw, NXT, and SmackDown, just not one brand. But the thing is, they hardly have any women's tag teams. Like, the Iconics have been nowhere to be found as of late. Rumor has it they're going to be rebranded and split up from a source of mine, but, you know, honestly, those titles, even with, what, 4 or 5 champions now that they've introduced it about a year or so ago, they've been non-existent. But, okay, it gives them something to do. Maybe. We'll see. But Apollo Crews on Raw, once again, he's the one superstar the past few years during the draft or shakeup. For the 1 year, okay, he's on Raw. Then, okay, you're going to go to SmackDown now again. Back to Raw. Here we are in 2020. Apollo Crews off the ring apron, taken out, oh my god, Aleister Black ringside, and they fade to black once again and go to another commercial break. This has to be the most time Apollo Crews, no offense to Apollo Crews, because as mentioned, he's a damn good wrestler. They just haven't done anything with him. Maybe now they will. Doubt it, but who knows. They're gonna, what, 3 segments now for this with commercial breaks? They're gonna, this is ridiculous. No, absolutely not. No way, no chance in hell. No. If that happens, I will quit watching WWE. I'm not gonna say for how long, but I will quit watching. It's such good shit. Commentary last night, Firefly Funhouse, was good. We had Mr. McBossman and Mercy the Buzzard. So come the end of the evening for Raw here tonight, I myself personally, your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cool Hand League 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. I would have, by the end of the night, have seen the Boneyard match 3 times, because I did watch it before night 2 last night again. I'll probably watch the Funhouse match again before Friday, and then see that again on Friday. So I'll see both matches 3 times in less than a week. But, as Vince always says, it's such good shit, so hopefully they'll do more of those in the future. You know, the Boneyard match, it's up there, if not better. It is better than all the Hardy Compound, Wyatt Compound stuff, the Final Unleash and House of Horrors matches that we've seen. But the Funhouse match was something totally different. We've never seen anything like that before, from my recollection at least. Because the Boneyard match was a lot like Final Deletion stuff, Compound stuff, but better. because it involved The Undertaker and the phenomenal AJ Styles. Enough said. So, and enough said with the Firefly Funhouse match too. And if you haven't seen either match, I highly recommend checking them out. But be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Links in the description. The thumbs up button if you haven't done so already. Share. Hashtag Raw After Mania. We'll get back to Monday Night Raw here very shortly. Aleister Black and Apollo Crews are stretching this out a little too long, as they did last night as well with the SmackDown Women's Championship match. That went for about 20 or 25 minutes too long. Chat questions and comments always greatly appreciated as usual. And we'll have NXT AEW on Wednesday and Friday Night SmackDown once again on Friday.
It means avoiding groups, no unnecessary touching or traveling, and staying at least 6 feet away from others.
It's only 9:30.
Time for that.
God, this Raw has been dragging on forever.
And staying connected with loved
Looks like I've been watching this since
We're at arm's length.
Raw After Mania
The more you know.
2013, in which Dolph Ziggler did in fact cash in on Alberto Del Rio to become World Heavyweight Champion. Are we going to get a big surprise tonight to close out the show? I doubt it. Hopefully the Boneyard match will be the main event again, and then The Undertaker will drive off into the night. Apollo Crews with a clothesline off the ropes. 1-2 kick out from Aleister Black, now in a headlock. This has to be the weakest Aleister has looked in quite a while, but he's making Apollo look strong in the process, so at least they're giving him some time. I would think if they do cuts, some releases, unfortunately Apollo is going to be one of them. Maybe even No Way Jose. But go back to 2014, Drew McIntyre got cut, became world champion in a few other companies as mentioned, and then returned, became NXT champion, won the WWE Championship last night in the main event of WrestleMania 36 against the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar. Aleister with some big kicks to the back of the left thigh of Apollo Crews. Power slam from Apollo Crews, cover kick out of 2. They have enough of them too. And Apollo's knee gives out. Not a good sign for him, but that's a total work. Apollo with an enziguri. Aleister going to get back in control now because of the injury. He'll hit him with a black mass. And surprisingly, this match has gone on longer than 5 minutes because the 2 commercial breaks have been a total of 5 minutes in this match. Kick out of 2 once again by Aleister. Thing is, they have how many superstars? They have so much talent to go around, but not enough time, even though they have 3 hours of Raw, 2 hours of NXT, and 2 hours of SmackDown. Because Raw is about an hour commercials, NXT, SmackDown about 40-45 minutes any given week. But they have enough talent that they could do without some of these guys. But unfortunately, Apollo probably would be one of the cuts. I wouldn't cut him because he is good, because who knows. And the thing is, the reason why they're not cutting people right now, they're too worried about him going to AEW, and that's why we saw Moxley and Hardy just let their contracts run out, and now they're both in AEW. And future's bright for both of them as well. Kick from Apollo and then a clothesline from Apollo Crews. Apollo now going to go up top. Aleister should stand up and hit a black mass out of midair. Frog Splash misses.
Great ring awareness of Aleister Black. Able to avoid the splash, but remember the damage that's been done to Black.
I don't think if Apollo would go to AEW, though, he would be anything special, though. Harper's in AEW now, too. Luke Harper. Brody Lee as the Exalted One. It's Monday. You know what that means. It must be Monday because it's Monday Night Raw. Submission locked in. Maybe Aleister's going to turn into, the next submission machine. Maybe Samoa Joe's going to be returning tonight on Raw. Apollo's going to tap. Now he reaches for the bottom rope and grabs it.
opportunity there for Aleister Black.
Match continues.
The toughness of Apollo Crews. Valuable seconds of damage that Aleister Black was able to inflict on the leg of Apollo Crews.
Aleister's probably mad because he can't get any new tattoos right now because of everything going on.
And Aleister Black. I love it. It's competitive.
Could do a house call.
It's exactly what you want to see between two tremendous superstars.
Here comes the Black Mass. Apollo getting up on his feet, falls down, knee gives out.
Has been ditched up by Black to the left leg of Apollo Crews, and now Crews having trouble standing. Crews informing the official he still wants to continue this match. No surprise. Byron, look at Aleister Black, as you mentioned, nowhere near 100% after his battle.
Apollo gets up, falls down again.
Crews goes down again. Aleister Black's in a bad way too. You've seen this look many times, Tom. Could this be the prelude to the end for Apollo Crews? Who's is standing now, going for Black Mass.
Black Mass misses, and then Apollo with a kick. Insecurity on the back of the head. Aleister rolls out of the ring. And they're going to go to commercial once again. I mean, I'm fine with this being drug out because they're finally giving them time, but the thing is, it's like, they would never, in any of our wildest dreams, ever do this on a regular Raw or SmackDown with fans in attendance. It's because they have so much time to kill now. They're dragging stuff out that they normally wanted.
Workout gear.
Yeah.
I recently got cashback on domain hosting. You can buy tires.
To me, Rakuten is a great way.
Good match though. I mean, it's been back and forth.
Sign up today and get cashback.
Better than a fatal 5-way championship match that was supposed to be a 6-pack challenge within a fatal 5-way. That was turned into an elimination match that, for no reason whatsoever, needed to be an elimination match last night, but they had that and Bayley retained.
Get 2 lines for $40 a line. Period.
Yeah, Apollo's getting his WrestleMania tonight.
Stay connected with Metro by T-Mobile.
His WrestleMania moment on the Raw after Mania.
Because I'm a sandwich, they ask you if you want.
They did put on a good match, yes. I just thought personally, SmackDown Women's match last night for the SmackDown Women's Championship, I just thought it went a little too long. But everybody has their own opinion. It was a good match. It was arguably the best women's match of the weekend for championships. Because Alexa and Nikki, along with the Kabuki Warriors, kicked off night 1 on Saturday night. That was alright. Becky and Shayna, I thought, could have been 10 times better. I was a little disappointed with that, and I thought Shayna, along with everybody else, was going to win. Along with Daniel Bryan defeating Sami Zayn. Those were the 2 biggest shocks up until Lacey almost won last night. That would have been the shock of the weekend. The shock of the show during the show of shows. But Bayley retained. I mean, Liv Natty was alright on the kickoff show. And then, I mean, Rhea Charlotte was pretty good too. But I thought, yeah, they did put on a good show, good match during the show last night. But I just thought it went too long. Thank you folks for tuning in and watching. Share on social media. Thumbs up button if you haven't already. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. WWE Monday Night Raw, Raw after Mania. Aleister Black and Apollo Crews being drug out into 4 segments now. So we're coming up on the 10 o'clock hour here. We still have Charlotte on Raw this evening. Seth Rollins, along with Drew McIntyre, I think, as he's the new WWE champion during this Raw after Mania, WrestleMania 36 Fallout on Raw, along with the replay of the Bonehead match with The Undertaker and AJ Styles. WWE 24 is on FS1 tomorrow, but if you have the WWE Network, you would have more than likely watched them as soon as they came out, following whatever pay-per-view. So WrestleMania 24 with a couple of the past few WrestleManias. Alistair off the top rope misses. Alistair off the ropes, running knee, kick up, off the ropes, takes out Apollo on the moonsault cover, 1, 2, says Joe Exotic, your official referee in the WWE. So 3 commercials, and 22 minutes later, this match continues. Drop kick. And once again, where the hell did the announce table go? Because it's not where it was earlier. None less say they're backstage and they're watching on a prompter as they would. And they just added the audio in, as they've done before for other shows.
Apollo Crews slamming Aleister Black into the corner. Another shot to the knee. Crews is really being tested here. We're going to find out how creative Apollo Crews can be with a bad knee against Aleister Black here. As we essentially enter the fourth quarter of this matchup.
It's now the fourth quarter of this matchup, says Byron Saxton. As some of you are going to kick a game-winning field goal, and then we're going to be forced to go to overtime as well.
Away from Aleister Black. Middle rope, Apollo Crews thinking superplex connects, and down go both Crews and Aleister Black. Crews, can he capitalize?
Apollo with a cover, 1, 2. I was going to say, if Apollo Crews beats Aleister Black on the Raw after Mania, after Aleister beat Bobby Lashley, there's something seriously wrong. Might as well. I mean, why the hell not? It would be a huge upset, Tom Phillips. Apollo going Joey Ryan on Aleister Black, picking him up. Couple right hands now from Aleister. Powerbomb from Apollo Crews, cover 1, 2, kick out at 2.5. This has to be the match of the night so far. By far has to be the match of the night so far. But the replay of the Boneyard match will still outdo this.
I get the frustration if you're Apollo Crews, but you have to maintain the confidence that has gotten you to this point in this match. Apollo Crews has to believe in his heart of hearts that he can beat Aleister Black. The edge that Apollo Crews had coming into this fight was that he was fresh. Aleister Black coming off a difficult battle. Lashley at WrestleMania yesterday. And now Apollo Crews, the power.
Apollo throws Aleister down.
Apollo Crews here, standing moonsault, fighting through the leg injury.
Couple moonsaults. Cover 1, 2, and Aleister kicks out again. Will this match ever end, or is WrestleMania 37 going to happen before we know it?
Apollo Crews is feeling right now, but if he could just muster it up, just suck it up for a few more moments, Apollo Crews could have the biggest win of his career to date. And now Apollo Crews
For sure would be his biggest win to date, Byron. We need Corey Graves back. Kick from Aleister as Apollo goes up top. Graves needs to be doing commentary from home for Raw and SmackDown. Actually, just anything to offend Byron. So Apollo reverses, throws Aleister down. Knee from Aleister to Apollo as Apollo jumps off the top rope. Now get up. Get up. We're going to have a black mass.
This is not a position Apollo Crews wants to be in. At the mercy of Aleister Black.
Quick roll up. Cover 1, 2. Apollo kicks out. Black mass. That'll do it. Finally. 1, 2, 3. Sleep tight, Apollo Crews. Aleister Black, your winner. Good match. Very good match. See, if they would allow superstars like Apollo Crews or I'm trying to think of some others off the top of my head right now, drawing a blank, but just say Apollo Crews for example, for instance, with his showcase tonight on Raw. If they would give everyone enough time, things would be better over the course of however long you run it out for. So, Aleister, a favorite for McIntyre, a favorite for Money in the Bank. I would think you're 8 in Money in the Bank. You're going to have, or hell, it might be 6, 7, or 8. Who knows? I would have 3 from Raw or 4 from Raw, whatever it be. Same thing for NXT, or SmackDown, excuse me, and then throw in a surprise from NXT, Adam Cole. Last night, WrestleMania 36, night 2, last man standing, the Rated R Superstar Edge, and the Viper Randy Orton. Orton dressed up as a cameraman, came from behind, RKO out of nowhere on Edge to start things off. That was good. That was awesome. I mean, obviously you don't think that's going to happen. Got everybody, including myself. So, yeah, All Elite, would be in that category as well. And who knows? He might be that cyber hacker guy. The cyber hacker gimmick, I think that's going to carry into other storylines too. Just not the Otis, Dolph, Mandy, Sonya, but who knows? That might just stay where it's at and stay put. Honestly, that person could be anybody right now. Until we get closer and closer to unveiling who it, will in fact be, as we see highlights from the Last Man Standing match last night, in which Edge won as they were on top of the hauler, the tractor trailer. We saw some spears, RKOs, and then basically Edge choked them out and then did all the stuff with the steel chairs, and Orton didn't answer the call of 10, and Edge was your winner. Good match. They won't re-show that on TV, I don't think, though. Not at least anytime soon. He didn't swear last night. Don't bleep him. Just don't add that in because it sounds better. He did not. No, that's awful. He did not swear last night, and oh my, that's pathetic. Like, it's just the little things that are so stupid that irritate the hell out of me. Ring the bell, Edge, your winner. Because things could be so much better. But yet they want to run this or that. Not saying that was bad, but like, just don't add that in when he didn't do it. They didn't bleep anything last night, so why bleep it tonight? I get, okay, you're on TV, but I didn't hear it. Ricochet on Raw tonight. Alright, maybe they'll give him... Alright, Ricochet, Cedric Alexander. We'll probably have the same type of match that we just saw with Aleister and Apollo coming up next. That should be a good match, if they give it time. That's the thing. Contingent on if they give it time. So we will have Cedric Alexander, Ricochet, Charlotte, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and the Boneyard match still to go. in the next hour and 15 minutes of WWE Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. I didn't see it. So, I mean, I'm not saying I don't take your word for it, but it's just one of those things that blows my mind that you do this one night and then you do the very opposite the next, or whatever the case may be. So, Ciampa, Gargano on NXT Wednesday night. At least Ricochet got a video package. Mia Yim gonna be in that number one contender ladder match as well on Wednesday night. Honestly, don't know who's gonna win that. Whoever does win it, though, will challenge Charlotte at a later date for the NXT Women's Championship.
Pizza from home too. Right now, get Pizza Hut's best delivery deal. Large pizzas with up to 3 toppings for just
What did I say?
Available for carryout or contactless delivery at Pizza
Or
Hut.
what did they say? What did I say, I assume?
Did you know Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you
I didn't hear it last night, so from my point of view,
And some paper.
I did not hear.
I'm gonna switch now.
I told him to. I heard Edge tell him to back off and don't count, but I didn't hear him swear.
Only pay
But
for what you need.
I might have to go back and watch that now. Obviously, something I missed. It's not like it's a big thing that happened during the match, for God's sakes. So. Oh. See, I didn't hear the beep last night either. That's the thing. Obviously, that was edited in because everything's been pre-taped.
My anxiety got really bad after I started vaping.
And to me, they added the beep in tonight because I didn't hear it last night. So, my bad if, in fact, obviously last night that did in fact happen, but
it was holding kind of a power over me. I was always craving.
From my point of view, I didn't catch that. So.
When I quit vaping, I had a lot more energy. I'm someone that has done it, and it's not worth
Damn good match though. For sure, probably the third best match of the weekend, behind the Boneyard and Funhouse matches. I mean, even Lesnar McIntyre was decent. The worst match was for sure Goldberg and Braun Strowman, and the answer to why that is or was. His name's Bill Goldberg, and he can't wrestle. It never could, and still can't. It was, what, a 2.5 minute match, I think. Thing I don't get, and I said it last night, you build the Fiend up to be this, powerful force. At Super Showdown, Goldberg beats him with a few spears and a jackhammer. Worst title reign of all time by far. Because then they're gonna have Reigns go over. He pulls out of WrestleMania. Insert Braun Strowman. And then Goldberg spears Braun 4 times. Braun power slams Goldberg 4 times. 1, 2, 3. Braun Strowman's your new Universal Champion. One of the worst matches I've seen in quite a while. Just pathetic. And it goes back to they should have never taken the title off of the Fiend, but then we don't get the Funhouse match with John Cena. I get it, okay, storyline wise, you're doing this and that or whatever. I still think next year the Fiend should retire the Undertaker, whether it be a Firefly Funhouse match or not. Okay, do it. You're gonna do. I think the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, should retire the Undertaker next year at WrestleMania 37. Cedric Alexander, Ricochet coming up next on Raw. Hopefully this will be good too. But it was contingent, everything working out if Bray would beat John in the Firefly Funhouse match. Now, is this going to be a tag team match because Cedric Alexander and Ricochet in action next? It seems like it, and Ricochet doesn't have his beard anymore. He shaved. It's a tag team match, so now Ricochet and Cedric Alexander are a tag team. And who are they going to face? Probably the Viking Raiders. Or a jobbing tag team, I bet. Probably the Viking Raiders. But they're both, all four of them are faces, not unless they're going to turn heel. Who else? Hawkins and Ryder. Who else tag team wise is on Raw? Or maybe somebody's coming over from SmackDown or out from NXT. Who else is on Raw as a tag team? We're going to find out. It's going to be Ricochet and Cedric Alexander up against Burch and Lorcan. All right, Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan on Raw. Bell rings, match underway. This will be decent. And surprisingly, the announce table reemerges in the corner. So yeah. But everything was contingent on it would work itself out if Bray would beat John Cena, and he did. So thing is, Goldberg will go away until WrestleMania 39. Every 3 years, he comes back and wins a championship. And then puts somebody over in a god-awful match. Uppercut from Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan as a tag is made up against Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. Share, thumbs up button, subscribe, do what you gotta do. Hashtag Raw after Mania. Kevin Owens says, hell yeah, Apollo Crews. Hell yeah, Kevin Owens jumping off the top of the WrestleMania sign through the announce table on Seth Rollins on Saturday Night WrestleMania 36, Night 1, and defeating the Messiah. He tweeted yesterday as well, I talked about it last night too. He had a plan. He was going to jump off the Tampa Bay Buccaneer pirate ship inside Raymond James Stadium at WrestleMania 36 if in fact Mania was still going to take place. However, moved to Orlando, Performance Center of the WWE, no fans in attendance. That'll have to wait. Potentially in 2 years, WrestleMania 38, as it is or has been reported that after WrestleMania 37. Next year in Hollywood, Tampa will get WrestleMania 38, Vegas in 39, and 40, I would think, because 40 years WrestleMania. They had 30 in New Orleans, 20 in NYC, maybe Dallas again for 40, or somewhere East Coast, Northeast, Midwest, somewhere, because of having two of the next three at that point, two of the last three WrestleManias on the West Coast, and then making up basically for this year in Tampa because of coronavirus, but we'll see what the future holds. Damn good time. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan. Cedric Alexander makes a tag. Kick to the back of the head. Power slam. Moonsault. Ricochet gonna tag again. Here comes the 630. Now we're gonna hold off on that. Ricochet cover 1, 2, 3. I wouldn't mind them as a tag team. I want it. That'd be a good move. I wouldn't mind that. You think? Because we saw Ricochet and Alistair as a tag team in NXT. Then when they got called up, they were together for a little while before they just basically split them apart without doing anything. And then at that point in time too, they had brought up Ciampa and Gargano, but I think they both got hurt, and then they sent them both back down to NXT. Raw up next, Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. Are we going to get to re-see the 2 WrestleMania matches that they put on? As the first one was won by Owens because of a disqualification by Seth Rollins. And then Owens got on the mic, hey, we're not done yet. Get your ass back in the ring. We're going to have a no disqualification match now. And then that's when Owens jumped off the top of the WrestleMania sign and beat Rollins again. Money in the Bank will be the next WWE pay-per-view. Backlash will also be returning. We'll then have Extreme Rules and SummerSlam. Who knows if those will take place with or without fans. Only time's going to tell. Ruthless aggression. If you don't have the WWE Network, if you haven't seen John Cena and The Fiend Bray Wyatt in the Firefly Funhouse match, Undertaker, AJ Styles Boneyard match, Bray Wyatt, Daniel Bryan Full Dark match after SmackDown a month ago now, or even Kevin Owens throwing popcorn on Rollins, hitting the stunner, then Undertaker returning, a full NXT Championship match with Andrade, Adam Cole, and Roderick Strong. Owens calling Rollins a bitch, then stating he has tiny balls. I highly recommend subscribing right here on YouTube to Gridiron Ring, and if you don't have the WWE Network, I would get that as well. Full dark matches, videos from professional wrestling events that I've attended, entrances, comedy segments, a steel cage match with AJ Styles and Jinder Mahal from a few years back, now that I can remember that as well. Kurt Hawkins losing like 10 times in one night. Videos right here on the channel. Be sure to go check them out. So up next, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins. I'll have to check out the other videos that I have published. I'm trying to remember from recent events that I've attended. AJ Styles doing the worm. Owens and Zayn taking over SmackDown. Batista and Triple H right before WrestleMania 35 last year. AJ Styles, Randy Orton, full dark match following SmackDown Live. Just go to the wrestling MMA playlist or concert event playlist. Those videos will, in fact, be there, so be sure to go check them out.
It helps relieve belly pain and lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements.
Thing is, are we going to get to see a replay of the Owens-Rollins matches from Saturday, or are they going to do battle again? That's the question. We don't know. We just know that's up next on Raw.
The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Liv Morgan, keep watching.
If your constipation
Keep watching.
tell your doctor and say
Liv Morgan not going to be down on Raw tonight, I guess.
Thursdays on E are totally Bellas.
We're a tag team in everything we do. Twins pregnant at the same time. Are you shocked? So is Mama. This is crazy right now.
Total Bellas. New.
NFL released the all-decade team for the past 10 years earlier today as well. Miz is going to be hosting a new TV show too. Masters moved to the middle of November. CBS going to be in a pickle because they'll have the NFL that weekend as well as usual. I would think Fox would have the 4:30 game though, just because. But what if the Masters gets done before 4 o'clock? Tonight only, even though it's been the same deal for the past however many days. Buy one shirt, get one for $1.
This past weekend's WrestleMania was the most social event in WWE history.
Most social event for WrestleMania ever this past weekend. With Edge, Undertaker, Rob Gronkowski, Kevin Owens, The Fiend, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Drew McIntyre, the chosen one himself, along with Braun Strowman becoming champion.
Well, there was no escape for Seth Rollins this past Saturday night, the first night of WrestleMania, as Rollins went one-on-one with Kevin Owens.
2 nights ago, WrestleMania 36, Night 1, the Messiah, Seth Rollins, Mr. Nickname, up against Kevin Owens, and the prize fighter with the win. Rollins could be an option for Money in the Bank as well. I said this last night or the night before, I do believe. We'll say Edge, Rollins, and Alistair from Raw and Money in the Bank. And then Jeff Hardy, Sheamus, and Daniel Bryan from SmackDown. Daniel Bryan could be a strong option for Money in the Bank as well. And then you could put Kevin Owens in there as well. It depends on if it's going to be 6, 7, or 8. And then if it's 6, okay, do 3 from Raw, 3 from SmackDown, and then have somebody from NXT, Adam Cole, be in the match. Cole could win, though, then, at that point. But I think, as mentioned yesterday, it's going to be the OC and the Undisputed Era at SummerSlam. Reigns could be in Money in the Bank. We could have him win that, just for the hell of it. Kevin Owens on top of the WrestleMania sign. Owens jumps, takes out Rollins through the announce table. That was the holy shit moment of WrestleMania weekend. Cover 1, 2, 3. Owens victorious over Rollins. Hell, Orton could be in it. And Orton's been a former winner. Maybe even The Fiend. But I would think automatically they're going to put, as they did with Reigns and Goldberg, they'll put Reigns up against Strowman for the Universal Championship. Owens now promo in a car garage. And then I would put Owens, because he won against Rollins at Mania, up against McIntyre for the title to start off. But then you still have AJ Styles. The thing is with AJ Styles being buried alive, and we'll get to see that again tonight in the main event of Raw. Is AJ going to come back different? Just because he was buried alive, like is his character going to be totally different? Like, is he going to be an even better heel, or is he? And I should probably shut up because Kevin Owens is talking. So once again, sorry, KO. Is Styles going to bring back a different character from his past that we've seen in WCW or TNA or even New Japan for that matter? Thing is, Styles technically wasn't buried storyline-wise. Like, losing to The Undertaker in a boner match is a good thing. Like, he'll get back on his feet. They'll have him be champion again down the road. And Monday Night Raw is once again the Kevin Owens show, and he hits us with a wink. And now we'll get the Monday Night Messiah, Mr. Nickname, Seth freaking Rollins, burning it down on Raw after Mania. You think AJ's taking the summer off? Nah. He could show up in NXT though too. They could do Styles Balor. I wouldn't mind that. Find out who the real leader of the club is. But then you have Adam Cole in the mix too. Do a triple threat. Rollins going to be in action on Raw. Very different Rollins here tonight. Slowly walking down the ramp to the ring after losing to Owens at WrestleMania. Buddy Murphy's going to turn on him, and that's why I don't think they're going to put him in the WWE Championship picture anytime soon, for the time being at least, because he'll be feuding with Murphy. AOP's out, injured once again, so no Akam are. So his disciples basically abandoning him, and why not have Murphy turn on Rollins right now? I mean, there's not really a better time, but now at least, I think, everybody has their own opinion, but Rollins is going to face off versus some jobber, it looks like. But I would have Murphy turn on Rollins, and then that sets up a feud. It gets Murphy over in the long run. He's working with Seth Rollins, for God's sakes. So, Monday Night Raw turning into the Kevin Owens show. Who is this? Shelton Benjamin from the University of Minnesota in 1999. Bell rings, match underway. Don't know who his opponent is. We won't find out until news articles are out tomorrow. Denzel Washington from NXT up against Seth Rollins here tonight on Raw.
Just a man who is ticked off over losing at WrestleMania. No matter the underhanded tactics that Seth Rollins attempted this past weekend at WrestleMania.
Rollins throws whoever the hell this is into the barricade.
AOP did not have backup like Rollins has had many times in the past to gain success.
This is Patrick Clark before the Velveteen Dream. Let's see what it is.
Good for Seth Rollins. Maybe it's good to get slapped in the face by humility once in a while. Do you want to go tell him that, Byron? I'm good right here next to you.
Byron doesn't want to get kicked in the nuts again and get stunned by the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He'll get stomped all to hell as Rollins just hit a blackout on his opponent. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins victorious on Raw. He should get on the mic and talk, but he's not going to, I don't think. It'd be better just to have him walk off, ticked off as he is. And we'll see what they do with Rollins starting now next week, it looks like. But who knows? He might get on the mic and talk. Now he's going to walk out of the ring, holding his jacket. Looks at all the John Cenas in the crowd. And walks up the ramp. Full dark match as well. Steel cage. Rollins defending the Universal Championship back in October against the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Totally forgot about that one. Be sure to go check that out as well. Nia Jax. Nia Jax is back. They're running a video package. And Nia Jax returns up next. And Byron can't wait. We better hurry up and get back from this commercial before Byron has a South Park moment. Byron's happy Nia is returning on the Raw after Mania. What's going to happen on SmackDown, though, come Friday? Reportedly going to be live. We'll have mixed tag action with Otis and Mandy along with Dolph and Sonya down the road sometime too, I think. But Nia Jax up next. And we still have Charlotte Flair to go, which they'll probably just run a post-match interview, as they did with Becky and Shayna. And then Drew as your WWE champion, maybe, along with a Boneyard match. So we'll see what happens here. Just a little surprising. I mean, it's gotten a little bit better over the past hour and a half or so. But your top guy now, the top dog, as a face, and Drew McIntyre, the chosen one himself, is your new WWE champion, defeating Brock Lesnar in the main event of WrestleMania last night. And he hasn't been on Raw yet. Like, what the hell? Any other time, he would have been on by now. I understand, as mentioned before, they have time to kill. But, just, you would have thought McIntyre would be on the show one way or another. But we still have another 15 minutes, so he still could be on. Because they've been promoting it, they've been advertising it, that he would in fact be on Raw tonight. Along with Nia Jax coming up next now, returning. Alexa's probably happy about that as well. Along with her pig Larry Steve. And then still Charlotte Flair. And the Boneyard match with The Undertaker and AJ Styles. So obviously, yeah, it could be better, but and it's gotten better tonight, but it is what it is.
So, what are some key takeaways from this commercial? Did any of you hear the bundle your home and auto part?
I like that, just not when it comes out of her mouth. Yeah. As a mother, I wouldn't want my kids to see that.
To see, wait, I'm sorry, what?
Don't kids see enough violence as it is?
Do you see violence? Maybe we turn the word bundle into a character, like Mr. Bundles.
They're dropping the bundle deal.
PGA Championship in August. I saw this earlier, but just replaying info. US Open going to be in September. Ryder Cup at the end of September, as it normally is. No Open, though, across the pond in July. And then the Masters are going to be in November. Decisions to be made by some people.
When you like see an ad like that, you don't expect them to taste this good.
8 delicious nuggets for just $1. Your way, way better.
Tomorrow on FS1, it's all WWE All Night with back-to-back-to-back episodes of WWE's original documentary series, WWE 24. Get an in-depth look at what really happened behind the scenes at 3 iconic WrestleManias. Cap it off with Booker T and Renee Young live on WWE Backstage. Starts tomorrow night at 8 Eastern, only on FS1.
Nia Jax on Raw, so still looks the same. Same outfit. She'll face, God knows who. They'll put her up against Becky. That'll be the direction they move forward in.
We talk all night, Tom, about how the Raw for WrestleMania is a chance to hit the reset button. Well, one of the best parts also about the Raw for WrestleMania is seeing returns.
So, a few returns, a few moves with Apollo Crews, and then Belair and Nia. Wonder how SmackDown will... What the hell is this? Oh, this is what's her name from NXT already. Deanna Pizzeria up against Nia Jax on Raw. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own opinion. When's Jay White coming to WWE? Anyone know? Nia's gonna win this in a squash. Heard Michael P.S. Hayes is going to be playing Joe Exotic in a documentary. Yeah, she's been out for quite a while, Nia Jax, that is. Double knee surgery, says Tom Phillips, for everyone that forgot, including myself, because I don't care. Nia with a clothesline. But yeah, they'll put her up against Becky for the title, probably.
Is the NXT Women's Champion. Yeah, the landscape is changing. Now bring Nia Jax into the mix. You basically restructure that landscape again because Nia Jax is a game changer. And don't forget Bianca Belair, now a part of Raw. Nia Jax. Oh, Samoan drop to Deonna Purrazzo.
That's right. Maybe Deonna should have never said hello.
Oh, you wanted to stop it?
DDT from Nia. That'll be the finish. Cover 1, 2, 3. So Nia with a new finisher. Nia Jax victorious on Raw. They'll build her up, put her up against Becky, and who knows, they might have her win the title. They shouldn't. It'd make Becky look even stronger if she beat Nia. Get some retribution for Nia creating the man character, basically. Survivor Series a few years back. Before Survivor Series a few weeks back, I should say. So, 1, 2, 3. Nia, your winner. The irresistible force. And they're telling her, hey, hold, stay put. Stare at her for a little bit. Now look into the camera. Look into the camera. There you go. And they now, once again, 2 nights ago, show a flashback to the Boneyard match with The Undertaker and AJ Styles, as it was Phenom versus Phenomenal One. That was good, AJ getting out of the casket. I didn't expect that. But then the return of the American Badass, you hear him driving in the background, and Taker shows up as Big Evil with new entrance music as well. He's not rolling. Actually, he is. It's just with Metallica now. And the Phenom arrived at the Boneyard, the cemetery in which they shot this at, and had a damn good match. The dialogue, it's awesome. Undertaker smashing the window. The fire, then later on we had a tombstone and a chokeslam on the roof and off the roof. AJ was in the hole a few times. Gallows and Anderson showed up. There's the Druids as well. They turned on Taker. Shovels were involved. And then, yeah, I forgot about that. Styles hit Taker across the back with a headstone. They went flying through a fence. Or maybe this is how they're going to show the match. Taker in the hole. Styles getting up on the John Deere green tractor. Taker right behind him. That was good. Yeah, and then they climbed the ladder, got on the roof, tombstone, choke slam, the fire, hugging it out, and then Taker giving AJ Styles his Judgment Day as AJ met his maker. And Undertaker, Big Evil himself, buried the Phenomenal One 6 feet deep and won the Boneyard match at WrestleMania. Removed the brush as well as he walked by, as then the headstone read, Alan Jones, rest in peace, 1977 to 2020. Followed by The Undertaker driving off into the night. So maybe this is what, you know, they were saying, okay, we're going to get the full match, we're just going to show that. And then we still get Drew McIntyre closing out the show, and then maybe his next challenger returning to close out Raw night. CM Punk pipe bomb, maybe? Probably not. If they do that, though, if they have McIntyre close out the show and have this challenger, whoever it is, come out, obviously that would be a big surprise at that point. Hopefully, we'll see. McIntyre, WWE Champion. We still have Charlotte and Drew to go with the full Boneyard match, so it'll be interesting to see how they play this. But thank you once again for tuning in and watching. Like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Thumbs up button, share, hashtag Raw After Mania on social media. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated as well.
Call your State Farm agent because we're here to help make this new normal feel just a little more normal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Discount, double check.
Are you sure you can handle this?
Nia Jax returning.
I know you like technology, but aren't there
Bianca
other
Belair on Raw.
I'm gonna be a part of something bigger than myself.
Kevin Owens is here to stay, and he will just keep fighting because Raw is once again the Kevin Owens show.
Crunchy buttermilk shrimp. Fabulous.
Get the shrimp tackle box or serpent jerk for just $5. Pick up in the drive-thru or get free delivery.
Shayna Baszler, and I quote, bullfight critics ranked in rows, crowd the enormous plaza full, but he's the only man who knows, and that's the man who fights the bull. Could have a triple threat with Becky, Shayna, and Nia.
Dark roast. Bring my dish.
Paige loving Nia's return.
Even though it's on foot, this thing is still very dangerous. Looks like this could get ugly.
It's like you saw it coming. I did with the Dish Anywhere app.
There you have it. Live TV on the Dish Anywhere app saves the day.
Get closer to the action with Dish Anywhere and don't miss live PD on A&E.
We need to unite all the trolls, like rock, reggaeton, and techno.
Get ready for the drop! Wait for it! Wait for it!
Come on, man, hit me!
Wait for it!
Do it already!
One more time!
Trolls World Tour. In theaters and at home on demand Friday. WrestleMania is presented by Snickers. We're home with WWE. Proud to celebrate the top 5 fan favorite commercials from the last 5 years.
Fan favorite commercials from the last 5 years. Ric Flair, Zack Ryder, woo, 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 you know it. Woo, 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 you know it. You're not you and you're hungry. There's Ziggler. And woo, woo, woo. Ryder is Charlotte Flair. Ryder had his WrestleMania moment a few years back, WrestleMania 32, winning the Intercontinental Championship in the ladder match. Kicked off the show.
Snickers satisfies.
All right, what's 2? Humberto Carrillo. Okay, so we come back to Raw. Humberto Carrillo on Raw. But they're going to just name off the 5 best commercials and they just do the 1. So Humberto Carrillo back on Raw. Hopefully we'll get that Fatal 4-Way once Andrade returns. Really, they should take the title off him because he really hasn't done a whole lot lately.
The last 24 hours, the last 3 days. Now Alberto Carrillo, who's been calling out his own pitch here in this brand, has got to stand up and show what he's all about. Alberto Carrillo, we've seen him.
And Carrillo gonna be up against Brendan Vink.
And build up that tonight is no different. And tonight he goes up against the 6'5", 265-pound Australian Brendan Vink from NXT. And Alberto's got his hands.
Brendan Vink.
Great game plan a moment ago. Try to use your speed against this Brendan Vink. That's going to be your advantage.
Once again, Brendan Vink.
Jawbreaker to Vink. Some valuable separation here.
Is he Howard Finkel's long-lost son?
And taking the bigger superstar off his feet. Now Carrillo into the corner. Carrillo, a kick right to the face. Still so much more to come tonight on Monday.
Vince definitely sees this guy as the WWE champion in 2052.
Shocking events from after WrestleMania for the new WWE champion, Drew McIntyre. And a big boot by Brendan.
And I think Phillips just messed up. I think he's going to say Brendan Vink with the big boot, but he yelled out Drew McIntyre for some reason.
You talk about the struggles that Carrillo has had, but also the successes teaming with the legend and someone he idolizes in Rey Mysterio as he tried to go up against the United States champion Andrade and his cousin Angel Garza. That is so invaluable. And if you think about it, I've talked to Roberto about this, being able to sit under the 30-year learning tree of Rey Mysterio. Roberto would tell you himself, just teaming up with Rey changed the way he looks at competing inside the ring.
Vink throwing Carrillo into the corner. So we still have Charlotte. Or is Charlotte going to be the main event segment? Is then Ronda going to come out?
His confidence here against Alberto Carrillo. Everyone's still processing WrestleMania from this past weekend. The only WrestleMania 2 tape for just one night. Saw the Boneyard match at Wood Saddle before the commercial break. I still can't get over whatever the hell the Firefly Funhouse match was. That Funhouse reminded me of a couple of weird dreams I've had over the years. Not to mention
Couple weird or wet dreams, Byron.
And then just tonight, Byron, the point we made about Carrillo.
Talking about Firefly Funhouse. But Byron all hyped up about Nia Jax returning. I mean, you never know. Brendan Vink with a strong showing here against Carrillo. Carrillo's going to win this, though.
Things are just going to get more competitive every single week on Raw. If you think you're good, you better find a way to get better. WWE calendar
Off the ropes with a takedown, kick out at 1, drop kick. I'm trying to think who Brendan Vink reminds me of.
Vink may not know where he is right now, but Alberto does. Ready to strike again. Rolls up into the moonsault.
Carrillo going to go up top.
Alberto going all the way to the top.
Moonsault off the top rope. 1, 2, 3. Humberto Carrillo, your winner on Raw. Brendan Vink's just that big guy that he's average at best. He sort of looks like Dijak, Dominic Dijakovic. Maybe somebody from NXT is being brought up, and they're going to challenge McIntyre for the WWE Championship right off the bat.
As Alberto Carrillo secures another victory. Alberto Carrillo successful on the Raw after WrestleMania. Well, one of the highlights from this past weekend was certainly...
Oh, up next, the new NXT Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair. So we'll get her, and then the Boneyard match to close off the show. So no Drew at all, other than the highlight at the beginning of the show. Which, to them, okay, that's considered him being on the show then at that point. So this is how it's going to end. They'll have Charlotte, and then, and the Charlotte thing's probably just going to do the post-interview, as mentioned. As we see the NXT commercial for Wednesday night. And then we'll get the Boneyard match replay from Saturday night. And that's how Raw will end this week. Very disappointing Raw after Mania, but I understand due to circumstances, so it is what it is.
Where we come from, everyone is family.
So order Louisiana favorites like our famous chicken sandwich at the drive-thru speaker, or order ahead through our app. Then use the drive-thru for a safer and quicker contactless pickup. It's just one way our family is caring for yours.
Social distancing doesn't have to make us distant, right? After all, cars were invented to bring us closer together. So CarMax is doing everything we can to keep you going. And that's the way it should be.
Owens on Twitter, the promo that he cut on Raw tonight, he says, "This is my favorite promo ever because it was shot by my favorite person." His wife shot it with her own phone.
We love the new apartment.
The natural light is amazing.
Hardwood floors.
There is a bit of a clogging problem.
At least Geico makes it easy to bundle our renters and car insurance.
Yeah, helping us save even more.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
It's a familiar story. Allergies ruining your sleep and next day too. Taking Zensol at night relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose provides the same relief as Zyrtec at nearly half the size. Be wise all. Take Zensol at night.
What makes you you? Your cells. Trillions of them. That's why Centrum contains 14 key nutrients to help feed your cells, nourishing your body inside and out, so you can focus on what matters most. Centrum. Feed your cells, fuel your life.
My anxiety got really bad after I started vaping, and I was never an anxious person before. I started having panic attacks. I couldn't really breathe, like my heart was beating so fast. At first, I didn't think it was like addictive. I thought I was kind of stronger than it, but soon I realized like it was holding kind of a power over me. I was always craving more and more, like it was never enough. When I quit vaping,
No
I
comment.
had a lot more energy. I'm someone that has done it, and it's not worth the consequences that are going to come.
Security! Security!
What's the problem, man?
I have a serious issue with the candy that Easter Bunny gave my son.
Candy.
I told you, he bit me first! The kid bit me first! He just walked into my mouth! This right here is the new papadilla, which if I'm not mistaken, is Latin for better than sandwich. Even has a better pickle. Get a new papadilla for $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
WrestleMania Hollywood video package once again for next year's show of shows. You need to comment the same thing twice. They have me approve it. I don't know why I have to approve it, but I mean, he has so much potential, though. But that's the thing, like, they still won't do anything with him, though. Did you know WWE's WrestleMania 36 social media dominance? WrestleMania was the most social event in WWE history with over 13.8 million total social media interactions on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And thank you for watching my live reaction play-by-play streams of WrestleMania 36 Night 1 and Night 2 right here on YouTube. Like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Thumbs up button, share as well. Now a highlight video package of Rhea Ripley defending her NXT Women's Championship against Charlotte last night during Night 2 of WrestleMania 36 with Charlotte recapturing the NXT Women's Championship.
Just before Rhea Ripley's representing an entire
What's Rhea going to be doing? They're going to keep her in NXT, call her up. I think if she does get brought up, she needs to be on SmackDown. And is Charlotte still going to be on Raw and NXT, or just NXT? Questions to be answered over the next few weeks of WWE TV. Charlotte with the Bobby Lashley spear. Figure 4 into figure 8. Rhea Ripley taps out. Now Charlie Caruso post-match interview once again with Charlotte. So this is what Charlotte's doing on Raw. Then we'll get the Boneyard match.
I don't need you to congratulate me.
So Charlotte's going to be a heel NXT champion, it looks like.
When I was a little girl, my dad had custom cars. He had custom cars.
That's because your dad, Ric Flair,
And everyone thinks, it's the suit that makes
was the limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun, nature boy.
It's the woman
Give me a woo.
that makes the title. I've been the Raw Women's Champion. I've been the SmackDown Women's Champion. Hell, I retired the Divas Championship. Now,
Would her brother, if he didn't pass away,
NXT
Ric's son,
Women's Champion.
be in the position she's in right now
Rhea Ripley tonight?
if he was still around?
She was alright. But she does
Charlotte
with every other woman in
saying
this
Rhea was
company
alright,
does.
and Rhea does everything that every other woman does in the company.
To the queen.
And that is to bow down to the Queen, Charlotte Flair. And she looks into the camera, woos, and gives us a wink. Hashtag Raw. Now, okay, we're going to get a segment with Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre. Are they going to have some overrun then? Because unless they're not going to be able to show that Boneyard match in its entirety. I mean, you never know, though. They'll probably cut it down a little bit. So once again here with McIntyre and Lesnar, the same highlight video package that we saw at the top of the show. Lesnar with a few suplexes and F5s, and then McIntyre with a few Claymore kicks, and Drew McIntyre is your new WWE champion as his broken dreams came true at WrestleMania 36. He needs to bring back his old entrance music. And then a few years from now, Heath Slater needs to win the WWE Championship. All night long, says Brock Lesnar. However, this is only about a 10-minute match, if that. McIntyre then hit some Claymores and won the WWE Championship. Raw up next, the breaking news WrestleMania aftermath once again with Drew McIntyre. So maybe we won't get the Boneyard match at all. They'll just run what they did there a little bit ago. And then that'll be it. They'll have somebody come out to Drew to close out the show. Which I'm fine with, I don't mind that, but Raw's been all over the place tonight.
Wrestling is a challenge on a daily basis. And when that's gone, all of a sudden, there's kind of a void.
When they gave him the news he had to retire, daily life was hard for him. Sleep was pretty much non-existent.
It wasn't until I had that second surgery, but my neck doesn't hurt at all. That was the first thing I felt.
I saw the wheels turning.
Initially, this was a story of life after wrestling. Then things just started snowballing.
You go from hungry to angry.
I do get angry. I get ADHD. At a time when everyone feels so far apart, families can still keep their distance together. For contactless ordering and payment, order ahead in the Sonic app.
Getting outside feels really good. More now than ever before. It's spring. The season we plant, we garden, we grow things. We bring new color to our outdoor space. We're here to help you make your home the best it can be.
At Metro, we know staying connected is important. Save with our lowest price on unlimited data. Get 2 lines for $40 a line, period. All on the T-Mobile network. Stay connected with Metro by T-Mobile.
In Philadelphia, we know what makes the perfect smear of cream cheese. You need only the freshest milk and cream. That one. And the world's best, possibly only, Schmear. Philadelphia. Schmear perfection.
I just love hitting the open road and telling people that Liberty Mutual customizes your insurance. So you only pay for what you need.
Only pay?
Tyson Fury confirms he was meant to be a part of WrestleMania 36.
Social distancing.
And I quote, I was supposed to be at WrestleMania 36, but obviously with the coronavirus I couldn't be there. Says he'd love to face Drew McIntyre after Wilder rematch. I honestly wouldn't go that direction, WWE, if you do in fact bring in Tyson Fury. I mean, you can do Lesnar, Reigns, Strowman again. I think Lashley would be the best option. Just don't do Drew McIntyre, especially after he just won the WWE Championship.
Creamy Snickers. You could use a little smoothness. Get smooth with fresh ground nut butters and creamy Snickers. No. This ain't no sandwich. Because on a sandwich, they ask you if you want cheese. But on a papadilla, cheese is what's holding the whole operation together. Get one now. Just $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Mr. Brown, Senator Ramirez, only to Tasha. Where's Allegra? As well as the Wall season Monday night. Would it be a problem if Miss Dill never went back to Washington?
us on E are totally Bellas. We're a tag team in everything we do.
I want to go to Mexicali and I want to see Dad and his family.
And maybe you need me out of your life.
Do you think we are moving too fast?
When are we supposed to have a normal relationship?
Our relationship was never normal. Twins pregnant at the same time.
Are you shocked? So is Mama.
This is crazy right now.
So go Bellas. Only on E.
The WWE Performance Center forced home to the only WrestleMania too big for just one night, which culminated last evening with the main event. Drew McIntyre defeating Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. This took place last night, right after WrestleMania went off the air.
After the show last night at WrestleMania, okay, Drew McIntyre coming out with the WWE Championship around his waist. Why are they not doing this for Raw tonight? And actually saying this is after the WrestleMania last night. So Drew McIntyre, your new WWE Champion, in the ring, about to be interviewed by Sarah Schreiber. He should have came out to Broken Dreams, but whatever.
Drew McIntyre, congratulations on your victory over Brock Lesnar and the fact that you're the new WWE champion. Now, I know it's only been about 20 minutes, but has the magnitude of what you accomplished hit you yet?
It's actually been almost 2 weeks.
No, it absolutely hasn't. No, it's been 20 minutes. I've not had the chance to talk to anybody or my family. I've had a chance to sit myself, and I've had a chance to do one thing because I don't believe this is real. Picture myself to make sure I'm not going to wake
Who's
up.
coming out? There's somebody coming out.
To get the plates changed.
He did get his plates changed, though, on the title.
Now I know I'm not dreaming.
Drew McIntyre, your new WWE Champion.
So I'm going to start with the match. Let's go from there. Let's plan the time going forward. I want to say thank you. It's going to be weird, but you're not going to believe it. People at home aren't going to believe it. Thank you, Paul Heyman.
And McIntyre says thank you to Paul Heyman.
Want to see where I'm going with this? During the match, I was ready. I came in physically, mentally, emotionally ready. Brock Lesnar walked down that aisle with a look in his eyes like I've never seen from anyone in my entire life. You can tell a lot by a man and your opponent by looking in their eyes. He was ready to go to war. So was I. But there was a point when Paul Heyman said, keep giving him the F5, Brock.
Keep giving him the F5, Brock.
He's going to stay down.
Drew didn't stay down, though.
He obviously doesn't know.
Drew got up, Claymore kick, Claymore kick, Claymore kick. Drew McIntyre, your new WWE Champion.
Every single time I've been knocked down, and I had to fight back up. In my professional life, in my personal life, I have never surrendered. I fought all the way from the start, from 10 feet under, dug my way up, and crawled to the main event of WrestleMania. And every time he said that, every time he had an F5, I stopped getting hurt. I started getting angry.
McIntyre got angry. Every F5, he got angrier.
No surrender. Thinking of it climbing to the top of that mountain inch by inch, and I don't give a damn there was Brock Lesnar on the top. I was going to claymore him as many times as it took. And as of about 22, 23 minutes ago, Drew McIntyre is the new
WWE Champion. Hell yeah. Oh my God. What the hell is Big Show doing? Big Show is coming out to Drew McIntyre with an official. You have to be kidding me. Big Show with a mic. I'll get back to chat questions and comments in a minute. He's gonna say congrats, blah, 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 blah. Big Show's going to be leading somebody, managing somebody. I bet somebody's going to come out from behind and attack McIntyre. Or he might be challenging him. Are they really going to give Big Show another title run?
But you know, Drew, this is a big man's world.
Big man's world.
I think you're a big man, but you're no giant.
McIntyre's no giant. This reportedly took place after WrestleMania last night, not actually on Raw, even though everything's been pre-taped. Oh, Big Show to Drew McIntyre. That's the problem. You don't know shit. I'm going to challenge you at Money in the Bank for a title opportunity. We have a ref. What's the problem? Ding, 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 ring the bell.
Okay, here's the problem. I don't know if
Really?
I assume you did. You just talked about it. I just fought Brock Lesnar. I just beat Brock Lesnar for the WWE title. That's why I'm dressed to compete. I don't know why you're dressed to compete.
McIntyre's dressed because he just beat Lesnar. He doesn't know why Show is.
So what you're saying is that
All that talk.
you're just some kind of punk.
And McIntyre's a punk.
Talking about Brock Lesnar and understanding your own pain and taking that pain and twisting it till you got angry. Drew, I don't see you angry. I'm looking you dead in the eye. You know what I see? I see fear. You're afraid of me.
Big Show says McIntyre's afraid of him.
Come on, Joe. This isn't my first day. I'm not afraid of
It's gonna make McIntyre look stronger in the process.
I'm Scottish. I'll get a temper.
Beat the
But I'm gonna put
world's largest athlete.
simply and slowly so that you can understand. There is nothing you can say that will convince me to fight you tonight.
Nothing Show can say. Well, he just slapped him across the face then. McIntyre, we'll see if he wants to fight him now. And the official this is going to be a non-title match. McIntyre throws the title in the corner. Bell rings, and this is going to be for the WWE Championship. It'll be Drew McIntyre and the Big Show. Oh my God. McIntyre has Show in the corner. They're reversing. Show now has McIntyre in the corner. Off the ropes. Shoulder tackle by Show. So, is this technically a part of WrestleMania now too? In the history books, or is this Raw after Mania? Don't tell me they're going to have Big Show with the WWE Championship here in 2020. No offense to Big Show. This would arguably probably be worse than having Goldberg win the Universal Championship Super Showdown or defeat Bray Wyatt. Even though Big Show's better than Bill Goldberg. Because he finally give Drew his moment. And then you have the Big Show of all people beat him for the title. But if Drew wins, it makes him look strong. Stronger than what he just was. Beating Lesnar and Big Show at WrestleMania in 2 WWE Championship matches. So I get that part. But Big Show now tying rope break. Tying McIntyre up in the ropes. Have about another 5 minutes here, so we'll see what takes place. I mean, they might have some overrun, but currently in the main event of Raw after Mania, this technically took place after WrestleMania, though, with everything being pre-taped. Big Show challenges McIntyre to a WWE Championship match. Headbutt from Show. It's Drew McIntyre and the Big Show in the main event of WWE Monday Night Raw. This is after the show last night for WrestleMania 36 once again. A WWE Championship match. Drew McIntyre in his first title defense against the Big Show here on Raw. Big Show going up to the middle rope. Why don't you go all the way up top? Go to the third rope. Elbow drop off the middle rope for Show. Cover. 1, 2, and McIntyre kicks out. This is obviously to promote Big Show as well. But then maybe, you know, if Drew wins this, retains, which I think he will, he should at least. Big slap in the corner. Show would be done then at this point. Call it a career. Go out, have a WWE Championship match in your final match, and put over Drew McIntyre. I swear to God, Big Show wins this.
And not just defending the title against anyone, defending the title against the world's largest athlete.
See what social media is saying about this.
Greatest in the Big Show.
What is going on?
And every time McIntyre battles back, Big Show makes him pay for it. And then slam to McIntyre. How much more can the champion take? Think about how long Drew McIntyre has worked for this.
Man, Big Show has Drew in more danger than Brock did, yeah. What are you made of, says Drew. Or says Show to Drew, excuse me. Big Show with a slap that misses. McIntyre the big right hand. Chop of his own. Off the ropes. Big Show reverses. Choke slam now. Big Show has McIntyre ready for a choke slam. McIntyre gets out of that. Picks up Big Show. Power slam. McIntyre. 1, 2. Big Show kicks out. Hulkster on Twitter probably going to be like, oh, I did that to Andre at WrestleMania 3. McIntyre getting up. Gonna go for a Claymore on the Big Show here on the Raw after Mania. Actually took place after WrestleMania though, but why would McIntyre come out after winning in the main event, cutting a promo, Big Show with a big chokeslam, cover 1, 2, kick out? Oh my God, I thought that was 3. Big Show almost became WWE champion again. McIntyre kicked out at the last second. But why would McIntyre come out after just beating Lesnar, cut a promo, and then out comes Big Show? Like, that makes no sense. But it's, you know, TV for God's sake. So Big Show gonna go for the knockout punch. Big right hand misses. Drew off the ropes. Claymore kick to the Big Show. Drew McIntyre 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre retains his WWE Championship against the Big Show on the Raw after WrestleMania 36. The Chosen One is still your WWE champion. 2 title defenses against Brock Lesnar and The Big Show, and is still WWE champion. Drew, very, very strong right now, and that's what they want. That'll do it for Raw. Closing credits. McIntyre stands tall once again, 2 nights in a row, hoisting that WWE Championship high in the air as he is your new WWE Champion. So, no full replay match of the Boneyard match with The Undertaker and AJ Styles. They basically showed highlight video packages the whole entire show of matches that did in fact take place at WrestleMania 36 this past weekend, as WrestleMania 36 was in fact too big for just one night. Braun Strowman's your new Universal Champion. We'll get him on Friday Night SmackDown this week. Drew McIntyre, new WWE Champion, and still your WWE Champion after defeating Brock Lesnar and The Big Show just now on Raw. Edge once again was the last man standing as he defeated the Apex Predator, the Viper, Randy Orton. We'll see what direction they move forward in with the women's division, with the main women's championships and the tag team titles with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross as your new tag team champs. I would think Kevin Owens is going to be your new #1 contender for Drew McIntyre. However, that was the Big Show this evening, but they got a lot of time to kill now moving forward with empty arena shows. But you still have on Monday Night Raw AJ Styles, Edge, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Aleister Black, Bobby Lashley as well, along with Apollo Crews, who was on Raw tonight up against Aleister Black, arguably the match of the night, which who would have thought I'd be saying that here on April the 6th, 2020 on the Raw after Mania, and arguably the worst Raw after Mania in quite a while, but obviously I get it due to circumstances with the coronavirus. But round of applause to everybody involved with WrestleMania 36 that aired this past weekend, as it was on tape delay due to empty arena and coronavirus. But we're on the road to WrestleMania 37 now in Hollywood next March. But shout out and a round of applause, especially to The Undertaker and AJ Styles for their Boneyard match during night 1 of WrestleMania 36, as it was too big once again for just one night this year. And then also to John Cena defeating Bray Wyatt for their Firefly Funhouse match last night during night 2 of WrestleMania 36. So we'll see what happens in the WWE over the next few shows and weeks and months to come. Money in the Bank will be next month, May the 10th. As mentioned last night, plan on being there, but if that gets postponed, moved with no fans, as WrestleMania did, due to coronavirus, I'll have live reactions, play live right here on YouTube, so be sure to tune back in. And thank you to everyone who tuned in all weekend long for live reactions, play of professional wrestling with WWE WrestleMania 36 weekend, with night 1 and night 2, along with the Raw after Mania this evening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. The thumbs up button. Once more, share on social media. Go check out recent videos as well, and keep an eye out for new videos in the future. And like, follow, and subscribe. I'm your host, Encyclopedia of Sports, Cool Hand Luke 96, signing off this evening with Drew McIntyre, still your WWE Champion.